Hey, haven't you ever heard the phrase the customer's always right? Let me tell you something. Give you a little secret, okay? The customer's always an asshole.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good. It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. We've almost made it out of this fucking year. This is episode number 539 on the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
We live in a society, dummy.
Jose Guzman.
Season 7 coming soon. Broke for 8 more hours.
Kelly Harris is here.
No one knows what glizzies are.
Not a thing. And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, man?
That's not even true. Everyone knows what glizzies are.
Mahoney,
No.
literally any person I've asked, hey, you know what a glizzy is? They all are very confused, and then I tell them it's a hot dog, and then they say, no, shut up.
No.
That is the
No.
correct answer.
That's the only answer.
Those are
yeah.
actually the correct 2 answers in a row to that question. What is it?
Kelly,
And no, get out of here with that.
Kelly, you're hanging out with some real squares.
If somebody does say, yeah, it's a hot dog, you say, get the fuck out of my house.
Mahoney, I've asked the children. They don't know what it is.
If they tell you it's a hot dog, you both have to do the renegade. That's the law. That's how it works.
I don't think
Yeah, but
that's
here's
how
what's
that
funny
works.
is they all go outside the store and they're like, we have them thinking we don't know what it is.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell you because they don't think you know. You're like,
Yeah.
you know what a glizzy is, and they're like, fuck off, cop.
Did that
telling
that
you
really
shit.
old guy ask you what a glizzy is again?
Yeah.
Kelly does give off undercover cop vibes.
No, I don't, because I wear very good shirts.
Oh, you know where I can get them glizzies?
They didn't know what
The kids are like,
glizzies...
whoa, calm down, copper.
They didn't know what glizzies were, but they know what cheese curds are, don't they?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, show them the TikTok with the guy putting tater tots down and see what they think of that.
See, but I think your shirts
Of course
are
you know
so
what cheese
cool.
curds are.
They're like, this guy can't be so cool.
Mhm.
He's got a shirt like that. He's got to be on the
Dude.
cover.
Yeah, they walk in, they see you, they're like, that's suspicious.
That's weird.
You guys, I found some pretty fucking cool shirts when I was packing and unpacking everything that I
Oh,
fucking
yeah, you
own.
did.
You sure
Ooh.
did.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking fly. You
Those
guys.
are straight fucking Toy Fair Day 2.
Oh, I got enough for the whole fucking weekend. I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
I got one that's a big ass Japanese Spider-Man on it.
Should that be our thing? Should we just go into it and just we all have different
Hell, I
shirts
might
like
have enough
that
for everybody.
each day?
Be a little bitch on you, Jose, but I might have enough for everybody. I'm just saying.
Well, let's hope we get an email returned first before we start picking out our outfits.
Oh god, you remember doing things?
Things are so good.
Did you guys see that tweet that was going around last night? It was like, all right, so COVID ends at 3 o'clock this afternoon. What's the first thing that you do? And I'm just like, I'm fine. Like, I'll just stay here.
Yep.
What am I gonna go?
That's a trap.
What am I gonna go do? See the Santa Claus in the movie theater?
Yeah.
See, but it's a trick question because for a lot of people to go do the things that they want to do, they got to go back to work, which means they can't do it because now they're all working.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go do anything the minute it ends because that's what everybody's going to do. I'm going to just lay low,
Yes.
let the excitement die back down, and then I'll go to Target.
Mm-hmm.
Let the excitement die down. The excitement of just life.
Yeah, like, no. I'm not going out in public just now. Everybody's out there.
It's gonna be
Sounds
like
awful.
it's gonna be like Black Friday every day.
Exactly. For like a month.
No, thank you.
It's just back to normal here.
Well,
Nobody
the
gives a
nice
fuck.
thing is
Nobody
there's
reads
not
here.
going to be like a quick rollout of everything, so there is not going to be a suddenly everyone goes out.
Well, no,
Well,
they're
'Cause
gonna.
that would mean
In this
that would mean all
made
of
up
the
scenario where it ends at 3:00
Yeah.
in the afternoon. There
yeah.
is.
They're gonna.
There's a timer.
They're gonna transmit the vaccine through 5G.
Oh, okay. there we go.
Yeah.
Is it like in the movies when they hit like the main mother brain and then everything just drops?
Yes,
You
exactly.
13 germs drop to the ground at
Mhm.
once, and everyone looks around, makes eye contact, and cheer.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the Chitauri.
It just feels like a big last day of school. Everyone's just looking at the clock. So
It's
what
very,
happens if you end up with like a laptop like mine that was 10 minutes off?
you don't get the vaccine.
Yeah. You
Sorry,
just
Jose.
you don't exist on the right plane of existence. You don't get to
Yeah, he's gonna
participate.
He's gonna get COVID.
The germs keep coming at there. Like there's just a clock. 10 more minutes coming down, and all the germs are coming my way.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but now
Yeah,
since
all
they
of- yeah,
can't
all
go
of them are
anywhere
going
else,
to you.
exactly every last one of them is like,
Yeah.
there's one dude left. Let's get him.
Yeah, this fucking
They all
guy's
recognize-
laptop clock is off. Let's get him.
Oof.
Oh, quick, he's got his dick
Time.
out. Go right into his pee hole.
I mean, you might as well get one off one more time on your way down.
Right?
You ain't getting me,
mean-
germs. I'll fight you off.
God. Lee,
Straight
quick,
up
tell
sword
us
fighting
about
the
your
virus.
week.
Oh man, there's not a whole lot to tell, which is kind of nice. My dad came over. We fried a turkey on Thanksgiving. That was cool.
Nice.
Did all the watched the Christmas movies and all that shit. That was cool. And then we added a new one to the rotation. We watched Fat Man.
Oh, with that
really
that anti-Semite?
It's got the Melly Gibson in it.
Skibby
Which, you
dibby doo
know,
bop bop bop. I'm
was
the
a thing.
fat man.
Okay, so Fat Man does star the Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus, and Walton Goggins, Popcast favorite, plays an eccentric assassin hired to kill Santa Claus by a 12-year-old rich kid who got coal for Christmas.
Okay.
And the thing that makes it work is that it's played super, super straight. Like, it's not a yuck kind of laugh movie. Like, it's funny because just by its very nature, it's bizarre and funny. But they don't play it like a comedy. They play it straight like it's any other kind of like, revenge thriller. But it's got,
it's Santa.
elves and Santa Claus and shit in it. Like, it's pretty good. Like, I would highly recommend it. It's got a very kind of small cast to it, beyond the elves and shit, but just, and it's, I don't want to say realistic because it's not, but like, instead of being at the North Pole, like Santa's got his workshop in this, small town in North Peak, Alaska, so like from the outside, it looks like a farm, but he goes into the barn and goes underground and there's like all the elves workshop and shit like that. Like it's pretty cool. And in this world, like Santa is a known commodity. Like everybody knows that he's real. So he's going into town, like, driving his red pickup truck, going to the mall, going to get the mail or whatever. And like, the radio guy's like, 2 kids dropped the bowling ball off an overpass, caused a 30 car pileup. Like, what's Santa even doing anymore? Like, kids don't even care about being on the naughty list these days and all this shit. It's pretty good. I'd recommend checking it out.
What's going on? That racist Mel Gibson, he's a big Jesus freak. He made that Jesus snuff film, isn't Santa basically blaspheming against Jesus Christ?
No, Santa's cool.
No,
I don't.
Santa's cool.
They get real mad about that whole war on Christmas stuff. So
Yeah, no, Santa's cool.
Yeah. Fuck Mel Gibson though. Him and Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Fuck Mel Gibson for sure, but like it was a fun movie. It was good.
Yeah, but why do people keep giving him roles? Like, what's going on?
He's out of movie jail. Like he was in movie jail for a while, and now he's not. It's
Why?
very strange.
Why?
He was never in movie jail. He just made movies that no one watched
Right.
for a bit.
No, he was in movie jail for a while.
Yeah, it was movie jail because they did not allow those movies were not wide theater releases. Like
He made that fucking puppet movie. You guys remember that puppet movie?
Yeah, but that puppet movie was like, oh wow, somebody let him out of movie jail. Like,
And that was directed
and
by
it was also,
Jodie
like,
Foster.
10 years later.
right?
No, that wasn't that long.
Yeah, it
was
was.
a long
It totally
time.
was.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like it because time has lost all meaning. But Mel Gibson was in movie jail for a minute.
So he did the racist shit, at least the stuff that made the news while the podcast was going on, because that's where goddamn Mel Gibson came from, right?
That's true. That's
So,
true. Yeah.
okay, what looks like movie jail was between 2004 and 2010, where he had no movies, but 2010 on, he had a movie every year except for 2015.
The Gringo, that was kind of
Get
good.
the Gringo. He was in Expendables 3. He was in Machete's Kills. He was in that Beaver movie.
Okay. Well, let's also remember that Jesus Christ, Mel Gibson, or goddamn Mel Gibson, doesn't mean he did it during the podcast. That just could mean Jose pulling for something that he knows, and he landed on goddamn Mel Gibson.
I'm pretty sure
It was the
it happened
cataract
during the
surgery.
podcast. Who knows? Whatever. Mel Gibson sucks.
Yeah. Here's the thing: you got a Mel Gibson, so whatever, but it's a fine performance. But you also, you get yourself a nice Walton Goggins as well. And I think he offsets the Mel Gibson by a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because Walton Goggins is the shit.
Everybody sucks. Most people suck. You gotta watch movies. Like, you're not buying a ticket. Like, Mel Gibson's not making any money off of this.
Okay, so the DUI arrest was 2006, and that's
the Sugar Tits.
That's
one.
where Sugar Tits came from.
That one was a lot of fun, and everyone really enjoyed themselves.
But the rant that his wife or girlfriend recorded, that was 2010.
That one wasn't much fun.
The Sugar Tits one was the racist one, though, wasn't it?
No. It was the tirade that was racist. Sugar Tits was the DUI.
Sugar Tits was everyone has a lot of fun, and they enjoy the wacky boy.
Pretty much, yeah. And then that one was, oh my god, that's fucking dark. She might get murdered in her
Okay,
sleep.
hold on.
Right here.
The
In his
DUI
2006 DUI arrest, the actor claimed that Jews were responsible for all the wars in the world.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There was
It's
that
true.
whole Jewish
It's true.
Yeah.
I wonder if everyone just kind of thought that stuff was all right back then.
Well,
I think this
don't
was
think so.
part of that.
Well, I can tell you a couple of people who didn't.
yeah.
Dude.
Zero said Fat Man would have been better with Schwarzenegger as Santa.
I mean,
Probably.
I'm not going to say that's not true. I mean,
Schwarzenegger as Santa with his
And also
little
would it cost more to make.
donkey
They're probably
Lulu.
out of budget.
it's a good time, though. I would recommend checking it out. It's like a $6 rental or some shit like that.
Absolutely
And
not.
like Mahoney said, fucking Mel Gibson, he already got paid. It's fine. It's fine. It's done.
That's fine. That production company's not getting a dime of my money.
Yeah, $6 is a lot for a movie. Like that sounds like that.
I don't know. I think
I'd
it's
go
fine.
maybe at 3 tops.
No, I wouldn't
It's
even.
not just streaming for free?
Nah, it just came out.
Actually, yeah, no, I wouldn't even go $3.
I wouldn't even pirate it.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be free at some point. You know what? I respect you, Jason Nyes, and your stick-to-itiveness to your fucking guns. The man sticks to his fucking guns.
It's true. I haven't watched AEW since the election.
Me neither.
Sticking to them guns. Respect the game. Yeah. Other than that, honestly, just unpacking stuff, trying to set some shit up because it's to the point now to where like I'm I don't have a whole lot of, okay, I want to put X, Y, Z over here and this here. So it's just it's a little overwhelming, the blank canvasness of it all. So
Yeah,
like, oh shit,
for sure.
Like what comes next? Because I kind of all this is gonna be primes. Great. What about the rest of this fucking nonsense? Where's it gonna go? I'm sitting today trying to piece that out and kind of put stuff where I think it makes sense to go, and think about, okay, well, what's done? What's a finite thing? Like, there's no more of these coming out. So then going to a smaller place. What needs room to grow? Because this shit's still being actively released.
For sure.
I'm trying to make the important decisions. It's important shit to know. But it's gonna be cool.
It's
I'm starting
looking
to put
great.
the Transformers out, and I put my big combiners on top of the big shelf this time instead of kind of lingering in the back, and they look pretty fucking dope. Pretty hyped about that decision. It's gonna be pretty sweet. But it's God damn it, it's a lot. Oh, we did get our futon in. That's pretty exciting. So we upgraded from director's chairs to canvas futon.
Nice.
Which, while not a couch, is exponentially better than director's chairs.
For sure.
We were
Yeah.
living like
I can
fucking
see that.
white trash royalty for a little while.
Did you get it from a smoke-free, pet-free home?
I just picked that shit up on the side of the street. Amazing.
Ooh, it was free?
Just giving them shits away.
Uh,
Ooh, free couch.
futons are basically furniture fruit you could pick off the side of the road.
Zoe's excited because once we're done with it, she gets in her bedroom. So she thinks she's going to be big shit with a futon in her room. Little couch.
Just straight Fortniting from a futon.
All those lamps.
Or zero lamps.
Yeah. The
She
lamps
wants-
the lamps are there. It doesn't mean they're on.
On her Christmas list, she put like a lot of like decorative lighting and stuff. Like I think she has a vision for what she wants the room to be, and apparently it doesn't involve just turning on the goddamn light.
I mean,
Oh, it
makes
could be
sense.
13.
She said, for Christmas, get off my back.
Yeah. All I want for Christmas is for you to get off my dick, Dad.
Shut the fuck up about these cords.
It's nuts. That's all I got. What's going on, Nice?
Thanksgiving was great. Super
Good.
chill. My parents were on a cruise last year, so it was just me and Mary, and we got vegetarian Thanksgiving, like pre-made meals, which were good, but we didn't get to have leftovers. Like I missed that. Like we got an extra serving, but that lasted us another day, and that was about it. But
Cole made a
man,
bomb ass Thanksgiving sandwich the other night on some bagels. Oh, it was good.
I've been like every meal's
So
been
good.
been Thanksgiving leftovers for me, and I'm not sick of it yet. And we still got more. Turned all the leftover meat into turkey salad today. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I've been making Thanksgiving tachos, making turkey Charlies, which is just a Thanksgiving sandwich with some cream cheese on it. That's a Mary jam. I made a
Some hot Carls. Some
I made-
Indian bun.
I made a Thanksgiving burrito because the sandwich, when you get enough of the wetter ingredients on there, it's a mess. It squeezes out all over the place. The cranberry, the cream cheese, the gravy, the yams, the stuffing, whatever. So you put it in a burrito. Oh, it was fantastic. I wish I had more tortillas. I would make more Thanksgiving burritos. But
You want a taco?
I made my Southwest cornbread stuffing, which is the bomb. I made homemade mac and cheese for the first time, which needs a few more versions. It needs like a Mark II and possibly a Mark III before I get it perfect. I realized
How you fucking up mac and cheese?
because with mac and cheese, it has to be creamy, right? Like that's a priority for me. I hate
Yeah, it's gotta be the macaroni in a pot creamy
Yes.
WAP song.
yes, it got to make vagina noises.
Yeah.
We've talked about this on the show before. I hate a dry macaroni and cheese. When I made it the night before Thanksgiving, it was perfect. It was creamy, gooey, wonderful. But put it in the fridge, drove it to my parents' house and reheated it, and the noodles had soaked up a lot of the cheese sauce. So it wasn't
Yeah, that'll do
it was not as creamy, and leftovers, it's just fucking rubber. It's rubber and oil. So
But I don't know how you're gonna get away from that. Like leftover mac and cheese is bullshit.
yeah, that's the thing is it has to be fresh, and you can't really count on leftovers for it. So live and learn. But man, I put so much fucking cheese in there. I grated like 3 blocks of cheese and even a little bit of my knuckle. So some blood, sweat, and tears in there. Enjoy, enjoy, family.
Some of that nut juice.
Oh yeah, I also made.
Might say the secret ingredient is blood.
Yeah. I also made green beans, but that's not as fun to talk about as stuffing and mac and cheese.
Didn't bleed as much into those.
No, not at all. Actually, didn't put bacon in them this year, and the cornbread stuffing had veggie sausage in it. So we tried to go veggie, but then my parents made a giant fucking turkey. So little bits here and there. But I do have an update on my dishes situation.
Ooh.
Oh god.
So
You got more?
Where are the dishes?
So because of making the Thanksgiving sides, we created a lot of dishes the night before Thanksgiving, and I was exhausted. I didn't want to hand wash all the things.
Then you shot them into the sun.
No, I wake up the next morning and Mary had them all done. She's like, yeah, I did all the dishes. It took me like 5 minutes. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
What?
She's like, yeah, all I did was I filled the one half of the sink with soapy hot water. And then, I didn't have to have the sink running the entire time. And then I just rinse them off. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like,
Okay,
it was a
I like that
revelation.
approach.
You didn't realize that's how you wash dishes?
How the fuck were you washing dishes?
Yeah.
I mean, with a dishwasher.
Yeah, but like in the interim.
In the interim,
She just described how you wash dishes.
yeah. I'm just running the sink the entire time until the fucking hot water's out.
I mean, I usually leave the sink running while I wash the dishes, but I'm washing, like a pot, like a sink. Like I load the dishwasher, then I wash whatever I
Right.
got to hand wash,
Sure.
and I move on from there. But yeah, I liked the approach. I thought for a moment I had these horrible flashbacks to when my grandparents got like really old, like beyond reason old, and they would be like, yeah, no, this is what you do is you eat dinner, you put your dishes in the sink, you fill it with soapy water, you drain it, you put them on the thing to dry, and it's like, nope, that's not how you wash dishes at all. That doesn't do
no.
anything.
But it's like she shows me her method of washing dishes, and in my head I'm thinking, what the fuck? You should have been washing dishes this entire fucking time. But it's great. I mean, we've been keeping on top of it. I mean, I got a bunch of dishes right now, but still, like, it's easier. It feels like we're staying on top of it. So,
What is the ETA on that goddamn dishwasher now?
Monday? That is.
Hey, all right.
That's when we talked last week, they had given us the day of December 7th. So
Nice.
next Tuesday.
Have you had a dishwasher and the what was it? What was the turtle thing you were trying to find? The musical mutagen tour?
Yes.
Have you had both in your house at once?
Yes.
Okay. Because you might need to put those turtles outside.
Yeah.
Get the dishwasher to come.
They might
through.
need to go over a fence.
Oh, I know how to put a turtle outside. You better believe me. But I'm not drop kicking $200 worth of Ninja Turtles over the fence.
You drop kicked them?
No. It's just funny
More
to
of a
think
punk
that.
toss.
Yeah. It's more of a fling. Like a
They were
respectful
already dead. Who cares?
a respectful fling. And then, so if you follow the Instagram, which Mahoney's just been killing, so much so that he brought a new user to the Discord today. What up, young Trav? So,
yeah,
That
what
was
up,
fun.
Trav?
so Mahoney last week put up this Instagram story about our Panels on Pages Fortnite squad. And what is it? It's Mahoney's Captain America, Lee is Thor, Jose is Silver Surfer, and me as Corncob Man because Mahoney gifted me Corncob Man on Fortnite. However, because we're thinking about getting this set up on Twitch and all that, I've got a microphone, but it doesn't work with the controller I've got for the Switch. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to see if I can download Fortnite onto the PlayStation so I can use the mic, and then we're all set. But then I ran into the problems of I had the Switch account.
It's
and
such
then
a pain in the ass.
when I downloaded Fortnite on the PS4, it creates a new account. So I'm trying to save Corncob Man from the clutches of Epic Games, and it was an ordeal. And the entire time, I'm thinking to myself, man, I shouldn't have been so hard on Jose. You know,
It's a fucking journey.
every time Jose has problems with technology, I just chalk it up to, you know, old 5 Skype account Jose over here having trouble. Old
the
man.
the Guzman effect.
Yeah, old
I
man.
mean, it's certainly a modern day boy who cried wolf.
But
Sometimes it's not me, motherfucker.
Sometimes there's a wolf, but you know.
yeah, it was a fucking hassle. But after about 4 hours of dealing with it and having
It takes a long time.
my phone open and the PlayStation open and the Switch next to me and going back and forth from my office, I finally got it. And after all's said and done, I load up Corncob Man. He's right there, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I deserve a Marvel skin. Let me see what I can do. And I bought myself a Venom. God damn it.
Yeah,
The
you
Venom
did.
skin is
That
cool.
Venom's so cool.
And then,
And then you went and played Fall Guys.
I was thinking about it, and I'm sending you guys screenshots of, hey, you know, I succeeded. Look, I got Corncob Man, I got Venom. And Jose's like, oh, you on? You on right now? I'm coming. I'm like, no, don't come. And he's like, no, I'm coming. And we got the mics working, and he was such a good teacher. He toured me around the island. He told me how to do things. He explained the game to me. It was very nice.
The Marvel Fortnite, which is them playing the Marvel Fortnite season pass. The only reason why I'm back in the crack for right now. But the Marvel's ending. So I wanted him to see all the cool Marvel shit before it was gone. All the nice little landmarks, because the attention to detail and the artwork of the Marvel characters. If they made a game with that style, I'd play the fuck out of it.
For real. Like that whole cinematic that opens up like the battle pass, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. And they do a good job of, it's not just here's Marvel. Like there's a story and it they make it fit into their universe as opposed to just give us money, here's a cool skin.
Yeah.
And there's that Avengers game that apparently is powerfully okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good as a fucking Fortnite Battle
really
Pass
doesn't.
does.
Well, it looks like they took a bunch of models that looked like the movie characters and just slightly fucked with the sliders to make their faces look a little different.
Yeah. So
I remember when that came out, there was the picture of Captain America from Fortnite and Captain America from the Avengers game, and people were like, what the fuck? Why does Fortnite Captain America look better than Avengers Captain America?
we were talking about it before the show. At one point, Jose as John Wick and me as Venom. John Wick was driving a boat, and I was sitting on the back of the boat just shooting motherfuckers out of the sky. And then
It was great.
at another point, me as Venom found an Iron Man rocket pack.
Nice.
So it was fucking Venom with a jetpack. And like if you didn't hold the thruster long enough to land comfortably, he'd fucking bust his knees out when he landed. And he'd have to be revived. It's like, my goddamn knees.
I feel seen.
But it was pretty fun. Looking forward to squadding up, dudes.
Squad. Yeah. I rezzed him like 3 or 4 times after he caught that jetpack because he just kept. I'd see him up in the air and it'd be like, and he's like, I'm coming to you, and then just splat. And then Venom's crawling over to me.
Help me! I blew out my knees.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But that goddamn, that Venom looks great. The fucking Galactus was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Alexis was pretty cool today.
Yeah, I've heard of the term Fortnite event, but I never really understood. No, it's actually an event. I just thought were calling like the new season, and there was a battle pass and blah blah blah. Like that was the event, but there was an actual like event. It came, it left, it's gone. If you weren't a part of it, it was over. So interesting.
Just like the time they showed that Christopher Nolan movie in there.
Yep.
Just like the time we had a butthole on the show.
Game and it went.
That was an event.
Yeah. Don't forget, Fortnite's canon in the Star Wars universe.
Yep.
And the Marvel Universe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was that
Fortnite
Travis Scott concert,
butthole.
too.
Yep.
What you got going on today?
Chilling. We had a low key Thanksgiving, and then the lady had a couple days off. She was ready for a Christmas tree,
Hell yeah.
so we went and got a tree and put that bad bitch up. Ordered some wangs, watched some Gotham, did the Mandalorian, and fucking enjoyed a tree.
Looks great.
My dad had his birthday yesterday, so that was pretty cool. So we went out to chemo and chilled and played. Here, I'll show you. He's got like in front of his yard, fucking these palm trees, and he's got a little fucking fort in there.
To get away from the wife?
To get away from everybody. So,
oh my
we were chilling
God.
in there. We played some chess and fucking just kind of hung
That's
out and chilled.
Hilarious.
He's
Yeah.
he's missing
fantastic.
he's missing Nam, huh?
I guess so. I mean, yeah, it has a very well. See, and that's what's weird is because he loves when it when it
Smells
was
like
a
napalm.
rainy day. He loves fucking rainy days outside in the jungle. So I think it is a Nam thing.
Yep. Reminds me when I was fucking neck deep in a rice paddy.
Yep. Got all them ears around my neck.
Crawling through some trenches. Shit was wild back then. So that was cool.
How is he doing? No medical emergencies lately?
No. Well, he had chemo that day, so it was like chemo and chill all day.
Yeah, but that's like
But-
not an emergency.
Nah. Well, he's back to 1 shot a month. So he
Good.
goes in. He gets
Oh,
a
that's
shot in the
great.
belly.
Nice.
And then, the longest process is he's got to go in. He's got to give his blood, and then they got to do like check his levels and make sure that he's currently healthy enough to take the chemo. Because if his levels don't come back right, and they give him the chemo, and something bad happens, it's on them. So
Yeah, because chemo is technically just poison.
yeah, but it's the right dose of poison for the right levels to
Exactly.
match
Right.
specifically where you're at.
Yeah.
And if he's not at those levels or in the comfortable area, they can't give it to him.
Yeah.
And if he's sick, they can't give it to him because it's an immediate shock to the immune system. So he can become real sick easier in like a certain window from getting the chemo. So he can't go in feeling, a cold or he's got a cough, not COVID related, but like
Right.
normal.
But just not even like slightly under the weather. Like, got to be 100%. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But it's cool because when we first started this, it was 3 to 4 days a week out in Tampa for 8
Jesus.
hours.
Yeah.
And now he's down to just a shot in the belly, and his numbers are
That's pretty
fucking
cool.
great.
Nice.
They're like, we don't understand how you're this healthy.
They're like, sir, you have cancer. Do you know you have cancer? He's like, whatever.
Yeah. It
Back in
boggles
my
their
fort.
mind how he's just chilling with it.
He's resilient.
He's a fucking stubborn motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
But he's doing good. Fucker got fat.
Oh, I love it.
Who hasn't?
Next time I see him, I'll make sure to point that out.
Yeah. Well, he fluctuates here and there. I mean, so but it's good to see him thick. When I see him thick, I think
How many
Healthy.
C's?
good.
Yeah.
How many C's we talking?
C's.
At the end of
And
thick.
thick.
Oh. Well, right now he's about a 2.5.
A
Okay.
2C.
Nice.
2.5 thick.
2
Nice.
cc's.
He's a short dude. He can't.
He's
get
right
too
on the
thick.
verge of having a real good Instagram.
He's getting there. His feet are a little swollen right now, so there might be a niche for that.
Yeah.
That's a hell of an Instagram then.
Just a little tubby Puerto Rican with fucking swollen feet.
That sounds like
let me see
most
him
of the
pulling his
pictures
feet up.
Nice sends me.
Leaving money on the table. Tell him.
Yeah. Oh, but it's cool. So good to see him still kicking.
He's gonna
and,
be-
and he's still mobile. This motherfucker walked to chemo one day.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
So he
Just showing off.
when we drive from his house to chemo, it's at least a 40 minute drive. But the it's like all highway.
Oh my God.
Just walking down the freeway and he gets there and they're like, "Sir, you have cancer."
Has he heard about Uber?
But I think it's a fucking.
He just wants
I'm
to
gonna
get
put
out
my
of the
head
house.
down and headbutt.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
that
wait,
too.
There wasn't any
know why
Uber
he's coming
now.
here?
He had to get out of the house. He had to prove to himself he can still walk. You know,
What a psycho.
getting old's a motherfucker, man.
It is.
I gotta start wearing my goddamn glasses. I was driving and I was like, huh. I don't know what the fuck that sign says.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't see shit. Am I on the road?
No, I was walking through the kitchen yesterday and I just went, "Ow!" Nicole's like, "What? What about nothing?" Like, "No, what?" And I said, "Sometimes when I'm walking, my knee just gives out for no reason." He's like, "You are fucking old." I go, "I know."
No, it sucks. Yeah. Welcome to that. It's a crapshoot. I'm about 60% I can get up and nothing hurts. But that 40% I get up and it's like my right knee hurts, my left knee tweaks, my heel hurts. It feels like I got up too quick and I might pull my back. Like I have to be careful how I get out of bed now, because if I get out of bed the wrong way, I think I can pull my back, because I felt it where I had to like stop. I was like, oh no, it does not like that specific curve, crinkle, motion to the ocean of my back that's happening right now. It does not like it.
My back has been a lot better since we got the new bed, but lately...
How about your pussy and your crack?
Fucking tip top, buddy.
Nice.
But the past week or so, I've been pushing the boundaries and sleeping on my side sometimes, and that was a bad idea. That back pain starts to come back because
on the side.
Yeah, well, if I sleep on my side in a regular bed, it was fucking up my back. But now we're in 0G, and I'm sleeping on my side. That's not how a body is supposed to lay at all. Well, I was talking to Mary earlier today. I took a little nap, and she got into bed. And I was saying, isn't it weird how when we're in 0G, it feels like the bed's completely flat? And she's like, yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, we've gotten used to it. Like, that's our flat
It's
now.
like a mind fuck almost.
Yeah. To where when
Wait, you guys going to space camp?
Yeah,
Like,
we're going to fucking space camp every night.
Have you laid sideways in the middle and folded it over like a burrito?
Oh, it's wild. Yeah, getting old sucks.
Until the Zoe the other day, I'm like, "Getting old's not worth it. Don't do it." She's like, what does that mean? I go, you'll see.
You would think
You'll see.
you would think Jose's vision would be perfect considering all the glaucoma medication he takes.
Yeah.
Hey, what I can see, I see pretty fucking good.
He can see into the future. You should listen to the Pop Fantasy Football podcast sometimes.
Like, yeah, I hear plays. I see the way they line up. I'm like Tony Romo. I see the way they line up, and I'm like, oh, this is going to happen.
So what's going on,
And fucking
Kelly?
Sure as shit it does.
Well, I had my annual Thanksgiving tradition of turning on the dog show and seeing John O'Hurley, and then realizing John O'Hurley isn't dead. And then I think about, well, who died that I thought was John O'Hurley? And I can never think of who died that I thought was John O'Hurley. But hey, just reporting, John O'Hurley's still alive.
Oh man!
Well,
So-
good to hear, because so is Kenyon Drake.
I was super excited
For
to
now.
watch the dog show, and I didn't even consider that it was the dog show during COVID. And they did the same thing where they got the cardboard cutouts in the audience, and they got fake crowd noise pumped in.
Yep.
What was really sad, though,
Wouldn't that freak out?
What? Are you fucking serious?
serious. Well, the piped-in crowd noise was just on the broadcast.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
pretty
think
sure.
it was in
Okay,
the
I was
arena.
going to say, wouldn't that kind of freak the dogs out a little bit?
Well, I mean, they're used to actual
I
crowds,
guess the crowds, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that Macy's parade was real sad. They were
Yeah.
just like going around the block, and it was rainy out. No people, but still lip syncing, which is weird.
Yeah. You know, it was one of the shittiest things I've ever seen in my life. That preview of the Grinch musical.
Oh yeah,
That was really bad.
yeah. There's something about that.
Like just the song was terrible. The Grinch looks like a sex pervert.
Oh, so they did the performance like they did Turn Off the Dark. I just saw the commercials. I didn't see the actual performance.
Yeah, no, they did a song and it was very bad. Yeah, the Grinch don't like him. Don't like him. He looks real weird.
Oh, it's the guy from Glee, huh?
Yeah.
Throw it up, nice. What we got?
I'm looking for it. I got some commercials, but I'm specifically looking for Macy's.
Yeah, it's just the song wasn't catchy at all. Like whoever chose that as their just like, oh, this will get the people in.
Oh no, this is old as fuck.
'Cause, yeah, I guess the Grinch musical like isn't a new thing. I'd never heard of it before, but now it's gonna be on TV starring the Glee Man.
The
Wait,
Glee
What
Man.
Glee Man? Aren't most of those guys dead?
Not this one. Although I do think he's not great, but I don't remember enough about him.
Like it's not great as in like a great performer or like a
Like
great person.
I want to say like his ex-girlfriend wouldn't have anything nice to say about him.
I mean, then I guess not a bad Grinch, I suppose.
Oh, I
Yeah.
tried to Google it, and the second head there's his Wikipedia page, and then the next line says, "Everyone on TikTok hates Matthew Morrison with a burning ... So
Oh, so he's cool
He's
then.
like he's the teacher guy.
Yeah.
yeah, he's the teacher.
That means
Oh,
What's the ...
yeah.
I don't know.
If everyone
I'm
on
dying to
TikTok
know.
hates him, I have to assume he's like the coolest dude.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
All right, I think I got it. It's somebody's cammed TV, but
Your favorite.
Yep.
at least
There it is.
at least we won't get copyright
Oh
strikes.
my!
Yeah. There's that sex pervert.
Oh, look at him.
What does his teeth look like? Does he got some real Sandusky teeth?
Is the Grinch known for having bad teeth?
Sex perverts are.
Oh, I see.
Let's get to that.
Yeah, it's
actual
just a-
Grinch
I don't
part.
know. That looks like a musical.
I mean, this part looks like fucking Seuss Landing Grinchmas at Universal Studios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But him as the
looks like that
Grinch.
fucking Ron Howard picture.
Yeah. He's not in this?
no, he's just in that one opening bit, and then they're like, "No, you don't get to
Oh,
be
what
in the song."
fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, it was just terrible.
That's enough of that.
Yeah, it's not good.
To hype their Grinch musical, they don't show the Grinch performing.
No,
Okay.
Great job,
Yeah.
everybody. Now, was that?
Why are they even bothering? No one's going to see musicals anyway right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on TV though.
That's what Mary's.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Hamilton, Hamilton changed the game, I think, when they went.
Mary did say, though, that the Macy's Parade was meant to promote Broadway musicals, and that shit's not happening right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, they've been doing musicals on NBC for years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
Like
what?
this
They did
lo-
the Grease one. They did a bunch of them. They did
Hairspray.
them live, too.
They did
Yeah.
Christmas Story.
Oh, they did The Wiz. I can tell you that because that's what got me to buy Crunchyroll, the premium, so I didn't have to see another goddamn commercial for the fucking Wiz. starring Queen Latifah.
Ah, brilliant.
Trying to
I'll pay $6 a month forever to never see that commercial again.
Yeah, I must have seen that commercial like 12 times in a row. And I was like,
'cause
fuck it.
Crunchyroll will do this thing where they'll not only will they show you the same commercials, they'll show you the same commercial throughout an entire commercial break.
Yeah, like it was just I was watching whatever show, and every commercial was for the Wiz. So what was it, like 3 commercials a break? All 3 commercials were for the Wiz, and it was the same exact commercial. So I was just here it comes. I'm like, fuck you, Queen Latifah. Giving them $6. I'm tired of this. But yeah, and then other than that, nice kind of chill Saturday.
Have you seen the original Wiz?
No.
It's pretty cool.
All right.
It is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the original Wiz is pretty cool.
All right. I will take your word for it.
No, you have to watch it. We're gonna watch it right now. Hit it, Nice.
We're going to watch the Wiz commercial right now.
Oh, God. There it is. He's bringing it back. I feel it. Nice, I'm PayPaling you $6 to make this stuff.
Neo.
There's Neo, and look, it's Common.
Who are these people? Oh, David Allen Greer. Love him. Crunchyroll's
Where's
like
Queen Latifah?
they
She
showed
was there. You missed
Was she?
her.
Okay.
Yeah. Crunchyroll's like
He
cha-ching.
blacked it out. She was just a blur on the screen for the trauma.
Where's my black queen? Where's my black queen above 18?
Yeah. Yeah, Saturday went pretty well, and then it was like, hey, things are going too well. Time for the cat to try and shit so hard he throws up all over the place.
Oh, been there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
had to take him to the vet. That was a time. First time he's ever been to the vet. He's old as fuck.
That's wild.
Well, he narrowly had to go to the vet a few months ago when he went blind for a couple days.
I mean, he went fully blind, but actually, it turns out that might be reversible. Because
Yep.
apparently, it's all tied to blood pressure.
Yep, just needs some
So
of Jose's
he's
glaucoma medicine.
Still blind?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I thought he was unblind. I thought he went blind and then got better.
He did, and then he went blind again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
But
think
yeah, so apparently that's all tied to blood pressure issues that are tied to kidney disease.
no, I think
But that's
All
all
the blind
treatable.
people.
Yeah,
I
but
think
that's all treatable. So.
I think that's just blinking, where you're blind and then you're not blind and then you're blind
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
That happens
It's
to me.
much like how when you cover your face in front of a baby, you disappear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or when you leave a dog at home and close the door, the dog thinks you're on the other side of the door the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that having to take a pet into the vet during COVID is stressful
Sure.
because you're not there with them at all.
Yeah, but they're all professionals. They've
Yeah,
seen
but still.
they've seen every type of pet, every type
I'll
of
tell ya.
attitude.
You've never brought your cat to the vet. I've brought my cat to the vet, and this idea of just hand them the cat and be like, do what you're gonna do and bring it back to me when you're done is not all that unappealing to me.
Put it in a drop box like it's Blockbuster.
Yeah, like pull up like a bank. I put the kitten in the tube. Off she goes, and then she comes back when she's all done. She actually is in the room with me, and when I said that, she looked up and gave me the most evil eyes.
It's just
Don't
like, hey,
you fucking
fuckface,
do
what are you
it.
talking about?
Yeah, she's like, do not put me in a fucking bank tube.
Yeah, I knew things were gonna be all right when we got the call from the doctor, and he was like, "Oh, you got a pretty spry old guy here." And I'm like,
Aw.
all right, that's not how you start off a conversation with "he's dying." So I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
all right,
not,
good.
that's not a bad news call.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. But then he got me the second time.
Like, you got a spry old guy here. Oh God, sorry, had a spry old guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
He looks back down at the sheet. Oh.
But then he got me with the second call because he was just like, all right, here's what we're gonna do, and you cool with that? And I'm like, yeah. So calls back hours later, and he's like, hey, Kelly, is now a good time to talk?
Oh no!
Like, yeah, and he's like, oh, he's doing okay. I'm like, oh,
Dickhead.
okay.
So
Yeah,
PD,
we're just gonna fill him with some more fluids, and you can come pick him up.
so PD is no longer with us.
Yeah,
One of our techs.
where is this going?
One of our techs put him in their car, and they're gonna drive him back to you right now. So enjoy.
They're gonna take him to the bank deposit and put him in the tube and send him back.
Like, Bank of America fucking hates us, but we won't stop.
But now we
They
gotta
pull
give him.
up, and they're just like, hey, how can I help you today? Don't put another fucking cat in the tin, and the person's just like just stifling. They're like, I'm not. I have a deposit. I just need an envelope. Yeah.
Sir, there's a cat in this. But yeah, now he's got some real old man hours, so we got to put Miralax in his food.
Been there.
Yep. But yeah, things are getting better. He wasn't eating much until like earlier today, which was good. I think it was just the sedative because they had to sedate him so they could stick their finger in his ass and get the poop out.
Been there.
Let me get that doo-doo, dog.
The doctor was like, no, wasn't as much poop as I thought it would be.
Imagine, I don't know what schooling is required to be a vet. It's gotta be an
Animal school.
achievement, you know?
It's a lot, yeah. You got to go to school for a while.
Yeah,
I know you're not like a doctor, and vets would probably be mad at me if I said that, but like you gotta go to school for a long time, and then there comes a day where you have to stick your finger in a cat's ass to get all the poop out of
that's
it.
every day.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about humans. I mean, you go
Yeah.
to school to be a doctor for a long time, and then one day you go into work and you got to stick your finger up some dude's butt.
Yeah, like if you're ever at a hospital if you're ever at a hospital and you hear someone talk about decompaction, that means they're having to go up there and take all the poop out of their butt.
What is it called?
A decompaction.
Oh, I decompact every day, like twice.
Like,
You just
doctor,
reach your hands up in there, pull it out, like fuck pooping. I'm just gonna grab
With a
it.
nice cup of coffee.
I think the metal
I ain't
term,
got time for shits.
I think the medical term for decompaction is you got your shit pushed in.
Yeah.
We gotta pull it out.
No, you got your shit pulled out.
Right.
They pushed it out from the inside.
Yep.
Well, it's funny. When I got out of my colonoscopy, the doctor said I was a spry old guy. So
And I was like, I can't see. Like, unblink. Open your eyes.
Just open your eyes. And then I was just like, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then I also learned just from dealing with cat stress, the old Xanax still works.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Young
know
cat,
it was
old cat,
past the
middle cat.
expiration date. I had to look it up, and then it was like, well, what are the side effects? And they're like, oh, it might not work as well, and they're like, it might make you take more. I'm like, well, why would I do that? I'm not stupid.
Man, I've never had a Xanny bar.
It's not what you think it is. It's just you feel.
Yeah, like I mean,
Yeah.
I have a prescription, and
Yeah,
it's just good.
Yeah, it's like I was like, oh, I can't eat breakfast. I'm gonna throw up. I don't like this. And then you take it, and you're like, all right, cool. I can eat breakfast. That's pretty much it. It's not like a life altering. It's not debry on shrooms on Total Bellas.
I love that.
Yeah, Mahoney, make sure to ask Maria about that when
I
she
will.
sees it.
I will ask her.
I think that'll be on, Thursday. I think that's the episode.
All right, I won't
Shit,
see
I
her
might
for
watch.
I'll see her the Wednesday after. So.
All right. Cool.
Well, no, I mean, you could text her, but you text her about it. You don't have to like see her in person to talk about it.
Yeah, do it in the group chat.
Yeah, in fact,
right,
FaceTime her about this and screen record it so that we can all see this.
Or just invite us all to your family group chat.
There's a lot I will do for comedy, but making an actual phone call is past it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, that's all I got.
FaceTimer.
Speaking of comedy and phone calls, I forget how it came up, but the roast that we've done came up in conversation at Thanksgiving, and Jennifer was trying to describe it because she saw the one for my birthday, and she was like, "The problem, if you can call it that," and she said, "All of him and all of his friends, they're really funny and they're fucking animals to each other."
Jay, that was a pretty good roast. That was a pretty good roast.
That was very tame.
Yeah.
It was a very tame roast.
Yeah, and she said, "I looked at Nicole when it was over, and I said, I don't care what happens, what the circumstances. I never want you to have them do that to me."
Well, that just makes me want to do it.
Just send her the roast that you did for our other friend for his birthday that one time.
Yeah, play her that one, Lee. See what she thinks.
Oh, I bet she's heard it.
Yeah, I did tell her, and I was like, "Yeah, he did that one, and I never talked to him again." That was pretty mild by comparison.
It's so funny that you bring that up, Lee, because in the Discord today, we are all jumping all over ourselves to ingratiate ourselves to young Trav, and Juan was like, "Oh, look, he came here because Mahoney was nice to him, and Mahoney's the meanest one." And then we were talking about, I said something about, well, that's funny because we're all mean. That's our secret, Cap. We're all the mean one. And Juan was like, no, Kelly's not mean. He's a sweet boy. And I'm like, whoa. Kelly's a fucking savage.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
when Kelly goes off, that might be my favorite Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love when he's on fire. On fire, Kelly is
I don't know what
rare
you're talking
form.
about. I'm a sweet boy.
They said you were a sweet boy, and I was like, wait, does he not say it on the air? Like, is it always the parts of the show where we're not broadcasting?
Well, no, his Twitter is public.
True.
Remember that one night he was going off on Twitter, and I asked him...
You're like, are you okay?
Yeah, I asked him if
Like,
everything
yeah,
was
I'm fine.
okay, and he's like, yeah, I'm in a great mood. I love to roast things when I'm in a good mood. No, Kelly is a sweet boy, but he's also a fucking savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweeter the berry, darker the juice.
Cool.
What do you got going on, Mahoney?
Well, Lee, I have some terrible news.
Oh, no.
Oh.
My 24 fantasy football games that I needed to go the way I needed it to go, it didn't work out. We only got through, I want to say, 9 out of the 24. So,
But that's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not
But
bad.
You had
That's
one
over a
week go
third.
completely your way,
yeah,
and
was
that was worth it.
good content. To go 0-6 and then be in the hunt for the playoffs until there's
Is
2
magic.
games remaining is
It's wild.
bonkers. So, it was a good season. It was fun. Tito absolutely destroyed me. I don't have the actual numbers in front of me, but it was almost 100 points. It
Well,
was like 160 to like 88.
And also, the week isn't over yet because the entire Ravens team got COVID, and they're playing at 3:40 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Yes, because they can't play at night because they're lighting the tree in Rockefeller Center.
That's so good. I love that.
So, it's the
Aren't the Ravens in
classic
Maryland?
Wednesday afternoon football game, Lee.
Ravens are Baltimore, but the game is supposed to air on NBC, where they're doing the tree lighting.
Oh, get the fuck
NBC was
out of
like,
here.
I got other commitments. And it's not, you can't light the tree at 3:45 in the afternoon. It's too bright. So football had to go. So yeah, it didn't work out. Next week I play Jose though. Jose is in the lead for the wild card. Nyes, Mel, and Vetter are all right there, one game behind him. So this is a very important game for Jose. And I'll tell you, I was all ready to be like, well, I don't give a shit about the rest of the season. But then I was like, well, I mean, if Jose really wants this win, well, now I give a shit again because I certainly don't want him to get it.
Yeah, because pretty much now your role is spoiler.
Right.
Yeah.
Is who can you cock block from
but-
the playoffs?
All I've got
Before.
is you and then Juan. And like, whatever. Like, Juan's 3-9 or something. Like, who cares about Juan? The game I play against Juan. But the game I play against you has some consequence. And that's what I like. I like stakes.
Well, the week you play Juan, he's going to remember what day waivers are, so.
Yeah, that's fine, because that's fine. I'm eyeing those high draft picks. So go ahead, Juan. Take your revenge. So yeah, it was a good time. Lee, remember last week when the Undertaker did a bunch of cameos?
Boy, do I.
Right?
Talk about what a good husband I was.
Yep. Yep. Did you know that we haven't seen all of the Undertaker cameos?
No. I thought there was like a limited number of them.
Oh, there's a limited number, but we have more to share.
No, okay.
Is the Undertaker. And your mom reached out to me. She told me you've eaten a lot of Band-Aids. That's disgusting. And I want you to stop it.
That one I think is probably for you, Kelly, unless there's some kind of
Kelly,
Band-Aid eating society.
Did we pull our? I think somebody must have pulled their money and got you a cameo from the Undertaker, Kelly.
Yeah,
I wish he had bigger titties.
Oh boy.
But you know what? Thank you guys. I appreciate it all the same.
You're welcome. You're welcome. The Undertaker is very disgusted by your awful, awful habits.
Speaking,
He didn't even show me how to actually use a Band-Aid.
he didn't even make them sloppers jiggle for you.
Maybe next time.
Speaking of
All right, what's he
disgusting
got to say in
habits,
this one?
yeah. Speaking of disgusting habits, we had a discussion in the Discord this week about some other weird food habits, and I believe it was Vetter who talked about his sister-in-law dunks Oreo cookies in A1 sauce, and at that point,
So fucking weird.
yeah, I think that's the screenshot that brought young Trav to the Discord.
Yeah.
And then Shark was like, I mean, that's not so weird. It's like dunking Chips Ahoy cookies in spaghetti sauce. And all of our heads exploded. So Undertaker's got some thoughts.
You take an Oreo, any cookie, dip it in spaghetti sauce. It's fucking disgusting. I don't want it. I don't even like hearing about it. Trash Panda. I'm gonna haunt your dreams.
The eyes on that one are great. So you gotta, if you're listening, you've gotta go to the YouTube and see the Undertaker, because these are videos, they're cameos. There's a video aspect to this, and the faces he's making while he's talking about these cookies, unbelievable,
And just the ridiculous things he's talking about. Who paid for these?
right?
It's so
Ridiculous.
stupid.
I think we have one left.
Yeah, there is one more. I don't know how to set this one up, so I think we just
let it roll.
I think we just let it roll.
As people know, I ate a big rabbit. Put it right in my face hole. Chomp. One bite. Happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday.
Chomp.
One bite.
Who wouldn't want a happy birthday message from the Undertaker? Wherein he reminisces about the time that he ate a rabbit in one bite.
As we all know. As we all read in the dirt sheets, I ate a rabbit.
He just pulls the bones out like it's Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely amazing.
pretty good. Pretty
Lee,
good.
when
Those
I-
are good cameos, Undertaker.
Those are wonderful. Bravo. Definitely make sure you go and watch those. Maybe who knows? Maybe they'll be their own special
Yeah,
segment.
maybe I'll clip that out.
And so when I wasn't scrolling through Undertaker cameos, I was just watching talks.
Tick tock, motherfucker!
Lee, I have some great stuff for you this week.
I don't think you do.
Oh, I definitely do. So you have been working from home now for a long time. And in your new job, you'll probably work from home forever.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you're probably at the point where you're starting to miss your coworkers.
Okay.
And so I wanted to get you this TikTok to remind you what it's like to have coworkers in the office who aren't your wife.
This could possibly be the best purchase I've ever made in my life.
She's got this weird little chicken. Some tiny little rubber chicken.
Hey, Jen.
All right.
Shoots
Oh,
that chick
no.
direct in the face.
Oh, no.
Fired.
Imagine
Oh,
you're
I'm
sitting
thankful
at your
for that
desk
one bit.
working, and somebody says, "Hey, Lee," and as you turn to look at them, they shoot you in the face with a rubber chicken.
It'd be a bad day for everyone else in the office.
I think Lee'd be going to HR.
Lee would definitely be going to HR.
Lee, you can't be jujitsuing your fellow
What the
coworkers.
fucking fuck, Craig?
I imagine that if they even tried it, Lee would just catch the chicken in midair. All right, Lee.
Well, that's very upsetting.
You've been missing your coworkers. I have been missing my favorite TikTok account.
Oh, no.
So I had to find one. Now, Lee, how do you feel about horses?
Not a fan, Mahoney.
Not a fan. Okay, how do you feel about the Senate?
Also not a fan.
Okay, and what about sex with your own sister?
Can't say I have a strong feeling either way.
Okay. That's odd, but okay.
You know what? I'm not going to take a stance here.
Didn't expect that one, but all right. Thought we would go 3 for 3. But so this TikTok is
Gotta
is
keep him on his
perfect for
toes.
you. So here is my favorite TikToker, and
Oh,
the
it's her.
caption says, "I will kill you unless you make a horse a senator, and for some reason, and have sex with your own sister."
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Emperor Caligula of Rome.
That is real specific.
I knew you would like it. Did
Is
you
that
know
what that
that?
program Rome is about?
Yes. Did you know that in ancient Rome there was a horse that was a senator?
I did not.
Well, now you know. This is what the beauty of her TikTok account is. It's history lessons.
That was a very educational talk.
Yes. It's a good time. It's always a good time. All right. Speaking of educational talks and things that we like, we enjoy Harry Potter, right?
No.
Oh,
We don't
Boy,
like
do
J.K.
we.
Rowling, but everybody loves
boy.
Harry Potter.
Hello.
Well, this lady
magic words.
This lady has done some research and found places in Harry Potter that actually exist.
Stop ignoring me.
Hi, JK.
Stop it.
JK, we're going to hear about the things that inspired your books.
Oh, Diagon Alley.
Maybe I'm the only one who didn't know this, but like the place in Harry Potter actually exists. There is literally a place called England.
I've been there.
that's a real bad video.
There right
Did you know that
now.
England was real? Because now you know.
I can't
Lee,
tell
you've
if
been there.
I can't tell if that's a bit or not.
Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, you've been there.
I have been there.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh.
Yeah, I've been to England, JK. That's true. Yep.
You guys hear about Ellen Page?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, JK. No more time for you. We'll see you. We'll see you some other time.
I pushed her back down the hole. It's okay.
Thank God. All right, Jose, how you feel about John Wick?
Fucking love it.
Right? How would you like to see how John Wick gets a snack?
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, why not? What do you got to lose? Somersault. He opened that door a little too hard, broke the shit out of everything in his fridge.
Not for sure if that was part of the skit, but hilarious.
I thought this was gonna end like that talk from last week with the gravestone for the cat, but for a dog.
For a dog. So definitely don't get your snacks like John Wick.
Yeah.
All right, which one comes out? Oh, okay. You know how we all like birds?
He's real excited about this one.
This one's great. This is a bird. I don't know what kind of bird, but it can talk. Okay, so probably a parrot, maybe? I don't know. It's small. I don't know what kind of birds can talk. This is one of the kind of birds that can talk, and you have to watch this.
Hamlet.
His name is Hamlet.
Hamlet. You know you're in trouble. Don't play cute now. You know what you've done. You are in trouble, and you know it. You're not supposed to eat the shoes. You're really not supposed to eat them. They're my shoes, buddy.
Look at that thing. What? Look at that thing.
What? What doing?
What doing?
Kisses?
Yeah. The bird is eating her shoes, then flies over to try to kiss her to be like, "What's the matter, baby?
What doing?
What doing?
What doing? Our asshole. It's a real piece of shit bird she got there.
What?
It's just a really smart dinosaur.
Why? Why? Why would anybody be like, "This is the pet for me"?
I don't know. Ask Nicole next time you see her.
I will. Don't you worry. All right, Jose. This next one is all you.
What you got?
So would you rather
Like
sit
it
in a
already.
dick and eat cake, or sit in a cake and eat dick? We meant questions about the job.
All right, that's pretty funny.
Right?
That was
Job
pretty
interviews
funny.
are tough.
So far you 2 for 2 for me on those two. That and the wick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3.
Well, no, 2 for 2. What do you mean 3 for 3?
Oh, this one in the. Oh, so not the bird? You didn't like the bird?
Well, the bird one wasn't for him.
Oh, okay. I get you. So yeah. So anyway, sit on a dick and eat cake, or sit on a cake and eat dick. What's the answer here?
Probably the first one. Why are you sitting on a cake?
I feel like sitting on the cake and eating dick would be a lot less intrusive than the other way around.
No, you're getting intruded one way or the other.
Yeah, and
You're
not maximizing the cake to its full benefits if you're sitting on
the
it.
The cake is whatever. It's just a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, think about it. We'll
Right?
talk about it next week. Pop topic.
Jesus Christ. All right, that was something else. But I gotta say, I'm a little relieved about that one because I saw the message chain today, and Mahoney was like, "Lee, how do you feel about horses, the Senate, and fucking your own sister?" I thought I was getting 3 separate talks out of that, and I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, I figured you were.
Holy shit!
Not just the one.
Almost like that's what I wanted you to think.
And Lee in his head was like, fucking your sister. I mean, I can go either way.
There's some
I'm not over here
enjoyable
trying to
films
kink shame
about the
anybody.
subject.
Like, I mean, maybe he thought he was talking about your sister. Also, Lee doesn't have a sister, so it's kind of like a porno
Forbidden
sister,
fruit.
like a stepsister
well,
in a porno.
Sounds like
like a porn sister.
Sounds like good thing.
I'm not trying to kink shame anybody over here, honey. Come on now. 2020, that shit ain't cool.
Okay.
What we got for classic this week, Nines? Get us out of this thing.
All right. So based on our top 6 tonight, which is top 6 real tale experiences, I went back through the archives, and from Popcast 379 from May 3rd, 2017, we have a story about when Lee probably got a kid fired from Toys R Us.
Oh, okay, all right. Enjoy this.
Get fired from Toys R Us.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
Man, it was a rough day yesterday. Just work was a pain in the balls and it's irritating, and I missed jiu-jitsu because I had to buy a shirt for this wedding this weekend. I needed a shirt, and I don't buy a lot of shirts without cartoon characters on them, so it's the whole thing when I got to buy a shirt. And so I spent 2.5 hours driving around trying to find a very specific shirt that wasn't $80. I'm not paying $80 for a shirt.
Type of weird.
Yeah, I'm not, it turns out I'm way too cheap to shop at Dillard's, as it turns out. That is not a place that I need to shop. But I'm like, Kohl's is all the way over there. Meaning,
but Kohl's ain't that cheap either.
Meaning it's 5 minutes out of the way. So I'm not going to go to Kohl's to spend 2.5 hours looking around. Finally say, fuck it, go to Kohl's. It's the last place. I'm out in 10 minutes with the exact shirt I want, and it was $17.
Nice.
Oh.
So fucking mad. I was so mad. I needed a win. And a little retail therapist said, fuck it, I'm going to go to Toys R Us. There might be something cool. And there was something cool, all right. So excited. So I'm walking along, do my thing, and if you've been in Toys R Us for the past, I don't know, several weeks, the front section is done up in all the Power Ranger movie stuff.
Yes.
They have moved that, and so now it's Cars 3. That's the new thing they're pimping now. Because you keep forgetting Cars 3 is coming out, but Cars 3 is totally coming out.
Not Guardians, huh?
Not Guardians. Well, I mean, what are they going to do for Guardians toys? Those Marvel Legends, and that's it?
Is that all that they're doing?
Yeah, they're not doing a full-on toy line.
Huh.
Not with accessory, not like the last one, but I think no one liked the last toys because they were bullshit. So they didn't sell. They were terrible toys.
Yeah, those were bad.
So I'm walking along, and on one of the end caps, beneath these big 2 foot tall stuffed Iron Mans and Captain Americas, they've got 4 of the big ass movie Megazord box sets. They're like $100 on the end cap with a price tag for those stuffed Iron Mans underneath it that says $29.99. And I go, oh boy, I know what's gonna happen here. And I snatch that motherfucker up and I walk up. She scans it. It says $99.99. I go, well, that is queer and unusual because the sticker over there says $29.99. And sure as shit, the manager comes over and begrudgingly honors the price, and I come home with this giant robot I paid $30 for. So I come home. Nicole is working on the birdcage, and I kind of walk. I put the thing behind the love seat and I go, so a thing happened today. It was a rough day, blah, blah, So I went to Toys R Us for a little retail therapy, and this fucking scowl appears on her face, Yeah. Because in her opinion, I've gone and blown more money on bullshit. And I go, so I got, for $28, the scowl is still there. And I yanked the box up, this motherfucker, and her face lights up with joy. For fucking what? I told her the story, and she goes, you are an asshole. You got someone in so much trouble. And I'm like, yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Do your job right.
That's right. Yeah.
If everyone's doing their job right, that problem wouldn't have been there.
Exactly. I never would have paid $100 for this thing. But, boy, it's a solid $28 investment, I'll tell you that much. Holy shit, it's huge. It's fun.
Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic. It's a good one.
That almost made my list.
So some quick site stuff. We talked last week about how our classic pop merch is going to be gone forever come the end of the year. So put all those, the classic pop logo, the population shirts, the old Popcast logo, those are at the top of our page at merch.panelsonpages.com. On sale right now for another 32 minutes. So yeah, you can get a shirt for $13 right now, and by the end of the month, those are going to be gone forever. But don't fret, we got a whole bunch of different designs ready to launch after that. It's going to be fun. And then other site stuff, I don't know. We talked last week about Apple Podcast reviews, about how only, the top 5% of podcasts have more than 10 reviews on Apple Podcasts. And we definitely did get a few more reviews after last week. But what's really of note is our downloads increased by like 400% from the week before. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if it has anything to do with the Apple Podcast thing, with the reviews, but whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it. We appreciate it.
And if you're new here, fucking welcome. Hope you came back for another episode.
Yeah. Let us know who you are, like Young Trav, and we will kiss your ass and we will beg you to stay. We will love you so
send us,
hard.
A school picture, and on the back, write a list of your fears, your full name, and your social security number.
Like a signing up for Parlor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
List of your fears is very important.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
It's for the newsletter. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll only use that for TikTok enhancement.
Juggalo John says, don't say gone, nice. Say in the vault. No. These are gone. Like, we'll do the vault bit, but these are gone. Like, there's no reason.
We're going to delete the files.
Yeah. I'm
You're taking the floppy disks and burning the back.
Yeah, I'm going to take a magnet to all of my hard drives. We're moving on. Like,
that gave me anxiety just thinking about that. I didn't want to kill his expired Danny bars.
Oh, yeah. Zero in the chat also says, we're doing something special towards the end of the month. And Zero specifically, message him on Discord and send him unique facts about yourself and favorite podcast moments. And he'll be able to use those for a special thing we're doing later on.
Yeah, I saw that come up on my notifications, and for a minute there, I thought it was like a direct message or something like that, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I tell these motherfuckers everything. There's nothing they don't know about me. Like, I don't have anything for this. I'm like, oh wait, right, okay, so everybody else, cool. That'll be fun. That'll be a good time. Let's see, is that it? I think that's it. I was going to talk about the Zero thing, so I think that's it.
Nice.
It's all the housekeeping. Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's read some books.
Let's hear it. Hit it, nice.
You are new. We don't
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
All
now,
right.
Here's the thing. I tend to not preview the top 6s because I like, seeing them fresh when the show comes up on Tuesday. But, I saw a lot of activity and a lot of, see mores in my notifications. What the fuck is going on here? And you people went ape shit on this thread. Like, oh my God. It's so many words, you guys.
Yeah, it's not so. Not a lot of people participated, so I think we'll be good.
That's true.
We got this.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, everybody. All right, so on that note, so mine, we're pretty succinct, but so and it's a good thing too because it's gonna be a minute. So, all right, so I was thinking about when I was a kid. Oh, by the way, our top 6 this week is top 6 retail experiences.
Right.
And I am very fortunate in that all of my retail experiences are from this side of the counter. I've had a bunch of jobs. I've never had to work retail, and I'm incredibly thankful for that because it seems very fucking hard. Like, and I would not want to do it. And, you know, God bless all the retail workers because holy shit. Doing the stuff I don't want to do, and I respect that. So, first one that came to mind was when I was a kid and the holidays would come around. My grandma would take my brother and I shopping, and she basically let us pick out our own Christmas presents. Like, she didn't know the fuck we wanted. It's like, what do you want? You know, pick out all your shit. She's like, this is the budget. You know, so you can spend X amount of dollars. Go pick out whatever toys you want, which was great. You know, so we'd go around. We'd, you know, do the mall when the mall was a thing. You know, it was always fun. But then the real pisser was when we were done, she also made us wrap our own presents. Real mind fuck.
That's fun.
And so, you know, for the next few weeks, they'd just be hanging out at the house, like, oh yeah, no, it's in there. You can't even look at it, much less touch it. It's fantastic. Like I said, I almost put that Megazord story on my list. I didn't, but I did put another Megazord story on my list. I found they had for a Black Friday thing a couple years ago. They had a 2-pack of the standard Megazord for like $20. I'm like, well, shit, that's a pretty good deal. I'll check that shit out. And so I picked that up for $20 damn as a grown ass man on Black Friday, and that kickstarted a lot. Like it's because I got those that I got, you know, the next fucking 8 years worth of bullshit. So thanks, $20. Just like I was putting up some figures today, and I put up those My Hero Academia figures. I'm like, look at all these figures I bought because Todd McFarlane gave me some free figures. Look how that shit works.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, thanks, Todd. Thanks, Toddy Mac.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's gonna be real cool. Those fucking chains, you guys. Chains are gonna be real cool. All right. Okay. Next up, I spent a solid 5 minutes chasing a Target employee around a store one time. I think Jax was it might have been Zoe. Zoe was a baby, and I was looking for some baby thing. I couldn't find it, and I'm very high stress because, you know, having a baby is the worst thing a person can do, and it's very difficult. when you want to find a thing, goddamn, you want to find a thing, and I'm like, hey, excuse me, where's the thing? And this bitch just keeps on walking, and I'm like, oh god. And I look around, and I still can't find it. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for this thing, and she doesn't do anything. And I'm like, hey, are you fucking deaf, lady? And then, you know, she coincidentally turns around and she's wearing a card around her neck that does say that she is, in fact, quite deaf. And I'm like, oh, I'm looking for the thing? And she's like, right over here, let me help you. I'm like, shit.
Well, she should have been wearing a card on the back of her shirt, too, like a football jersey.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that is her fault. Fuck her. I was right the whole time. Thanks, guys. That's exactly right. Okay, so a few years ago, my wife and I went and we did it for our first ever let's wait in line for a Black Friday thing or whatever, you know, because Walmart was doing Nintendo 3DS XLs for some crazy cheap price or whatever, and it came with like a game download or whatever. Like, oh, we'll get one for Zoe, and so we're sitting there waiting, you know, and while we're there, you know, they're like, hey, just so you know, we're gonna do this thing a little while, whatever. We've got 6. Like, oh shit, that's not a lot at all. You know, the same line was for like a couple of other things that they had or whatever. But like, all right, cool. Well, we're kind of doing the math in our head. And okay, well, if all these people are here for, you know, these other things, everything, we'll be able to get one. That'll be great, cool. And like they're doing one per person. Well, that's cool. So nobody can buy them all, whatever. But we make the last second kind of, you know, 11th hour decision. Like, Nicole's like, fuck it, I like Mario. I want to play Mario wherever I am. I'm going to get one too. And I'm like, you know what? You should get one too. Why the hell not, you know? And so we go up and we get 2. I get one. And then when Nicole gets one, a lady 2 people behind us sees it go down and goes, ah, son of a bitch! Because we done fucked up her count. It was kind of off. Was not the intention, but it totally got her. So.
She's like, I got this. I got this. Eye of the Tiger. I'm getting that 3DS. Oh my god, fucking.
She didn't get that 3DS, but we got 2 of them. Yeah. And then very much an exercise in sort of remembering where you came from. I remember today being so fucking young and broke when the first Masterpiece Prime came out, which at that point it was just the 20th anniversary Optimus, the big metal one. I was so fucking broke when that thing came out that I had to put it on layaway at Walmart because it cost $56. And I did not have $56 at any given time, so I had to pay that $56 off in installments. And you know what? That fucker's still my favorite toy. That thing's awesome.
Because you earned it. You were like early. You had to have been early 20s at that point.
Oh yeah, we were so broke. We were so broke, and so, I think we were sitting on. I think we literally had our TV on like fucking
milk crates.
Milk crates at the time. Yeah, that was
I
a
bet
real
that shit
thing
was
that
plugged
happened.
in. I bet it had an extension cord.
It was so plugged in. It was the plug work was exceptional on that TV.
Shoddy.
Yeah. I thought it was it's a rad little cute story that Nicole and I still talk about a lot to this day. Whenever we do something cool, and it's because we're fucking successful now and shit. And he's like, hey, remember the time we had to lay away a robot? I go, I will never forget the time I had to lay away a robot. And then my number one, JK just asked me if I'd been to England. And I said,
oh no.
I said, yes, JK, I have been to England. And I was thinking that, I've traveled the world. I've done a great many things. I've had a great many adventures all over the country and the fucking planet.
Have you ever been to a Wizarding World?
I have been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, among many other things. I've had a lot of grand adventures.
Give me a nickel.
Given that, even all of these things that I've done, and the places that I've traveled, the things that I've seen, nothing compares to the feeling when you're a kid and you want some shit at a store, you want a fucking toy at a store or whatever, but you don't have the money for it, so you hide it. And you come back and that shit's still there when you come back.
Fuck yeah.
Like it worked. Like you come back in a week and that shit is still where you hide it away. There's no greater feeling a person can experience. I have 2 children. Their birthdays. That's not the same. It's not as good as that. Like it's not as good as that feeling because for a fact they're gonna be there. It's a magical moment that I don't think that I know the kids today can even appreciate. It's a fucking beautiful thing.
I almost put one of those on my list. Where are you hiding it? Normal hiding spots, or are you going super spy where you lift up those bottom shelves and shove it under there?
I've lifted the bottom shelves. I put some shit like Walmart and Kmart and shit like that. They'd have like the round like hangy clothes gimmick. You put them in the middle of the round one. Never like just behind some other toys. Now that's some bush league shit. People are gonna find that by accident. So you got to be. I'm smart with that shit, and it's just there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. And that's my number one.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, just not only being able to hide a toy, but the thrill of finding that toy that you've been looking for, and it's just there. It's like, holy shit. Love it.
Fucking beautiful. It's like the skies part, the choir sings just for a moment. It's like, oh yeah, God is real and he's wonderful.
You ever go back to the same store multiple times and the same stock is there, and you feel like, oh, hey, it's my other collection of toys I just get to see every couple of weeks. Like when Jurassic Park came out and they had all the Jurassic Park toys. I didn't ever have any, but I'd always go and be like, oh, sweet Tyrannosaurus, good to see you again, good friend.
I know exactly what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Stick my fingers in his little wound there, where all the little kids are sticking their fingers. Yeah.
Pull out his poo.
He's decompacted. I'm sorry. I wrong pronoun to the T-Rex.
Life finds a way, dog.
Clever girl.
Yeah, that's all I got. Now, let's go to the Discord, guys. We got in the Discord.
Sharks starts us off. Number 6, working in the camping hunting department at Dick's Sporting Goods, but not knowing anything about guns. Yeah, sure. That gun would probably be fine for deer hunting.
It's like, does it shoot bullets? Yeah, you could probably kill a deer with it.
The paintball gun. Fucking flare gun. Oh my god. Number 5, worked at Walmart, and when told by the manager that the people doing end of the year counts were stupid, I asked, they found a way to hire dumber people than they already do? I forgot I was working there. Yikes. Almost got robbed in a JC Penney. Kid walks up to me. I'm like 13, 14. He says, "Give me all your money." I laughed at him. He said, "I'm not playing." I was like, "Oh, you're for real?" Then I laughed some more and walked away.
What do you want? Your fucking lunch money? Jesus.
3. As a kid, we had Media Play. It was just a giant store.
Yeah, Media Play.
It was just a giant store that had areas for everything media. The movie section, where I discovered Mystery Science Theater 3000. The computer game section, Hello Command and Conquer. The music section, I bought my first cassette tape here, Weird Al Bad Hair Day. It was such an awesome store. It's one of the few I just miss. Number 2, shopping.
That's not an experience. That's a store.
I mean,
It was in the thing.
yeah, we said stores can be one of ours.
Yeah, I got you. I'm back.
Lee's like, we got rules to this top 6.
And I don't remember any of them.
Number 2, shopping at Wegmans in New York. I had just graduated, and after my old job went bankrupt, I moved to Elmira about the time I found you guys and the WUM was still around. I had to grocery shop for the first time by myself. It seems silly or simple, but that first trip of grocery shopping as an adult, it was like, well, I'm either going to succeed at being an adult or die hungry. And then number 1,
that's fucking real, man. That first grocery trip where you have to buy everything that you could possibly need for the first time. Yeah, 'cause like, oh shit, that's right. I have to buy mustard and pepper today. I don't have any of that shit in my apartment.
You're like, where is pepper? Like, where is this?
But also, you're like,
that's also the moment where you're like, it cost how much money for ketchup? Like,
yeah, no shit. That's when it really kicks in. Is when you got your cart full because you're like, ooh, I like this, I like this, I want this, I like this, I like this. Of course, I want this, and then you ring it all up, and it's like $4.50.
Yeah.
And then Sharks number 1, Forest Fair Mall. The mall was huge, still huge now, but just mostly empty. It had everything: an indoor carousel, an indoor Ferris wheel, an art sculpture that used billiard balls to play music, 2 food courts. 1 caught fire and was abandoned. 2 movie theaters, my KB toy store, a Biggs grocery store, a religious store. It's the store I found virtual reality video games. It had the greatest arcade where I played the X-Men and Turtle games. It had one at a time, almost 200 plus stores. It was rebranded a few times over the years. I worked there for a while at Johnny Rockets. Now it's just a shell of its former self. It currently has a Kohl's and Bass Pro Shop along with Arcade Legacy. Arcade Legacy is a barcade without the bar. For $10, you can play old school video games for hours. I mean, a barcade without the bar is just an arcade, man. I hate to break it to you.
There's a word for it. What do they call it?
Malls, man.
It's like an iced coffee, but it's not cold.
There's some movement that started to turn abandoned malls into like homeless shelter community apartments, kind of.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I bet you could turn a mall into a pretty sweet looking like housing area.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their own shopping department.
Basically.
Or their own little miniature shop.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's just these giant buildings that they're doing nothing with. It seems even crazier to do nothing, you know?
Yeah.
I call the room with the escalator.
That's kind of like, did you see the news story from last week where, the state of California had bought all these houses to do like a highway project and they've just been sitting empty and a bunch of families had squatted in them, and on Thanksgiving they sent the SWAT team to fucking get all these people out of these empty houses?
That sounds
no.
right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a real slave monkey story right there.
But I didn't say wait for it.
Listen to this good heartfelt story.
It's like, did you see the story in
didn't say it was
California
heartfelt.
that'll ruin your night?
There's just so many roofs that people could live under that they're not because you can't make money off of homeless
people. You gotta go and
people.
evict them on Thanksgiving for what? Because you're ready to knock it down? Like
No.
You got the bulldozer outside waiting? Like, calm down.
No, they just found out people were there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's real shitty.
What we got next, Mahoney?
All right. After Shark, we've got
J-pop.
There's a lot of discussion in here. Is it J-pop?
Yeah.
All right, J-pop.
You volunteered. J-pop? You volunteered for J-pop too, so.
I did. J-pop wrote a lot. All right, number 6. A time at Menards when I thought I had the phone far away from my mouth, and I said maybe the guy on the other should take the marbles out of his fucking mouth. He heard it, and I had to lie and say it was someone talking to me in person. It almost got me fired.
Great.
Yikes. That's a bad time right there. That moment when you realize they heard you, like, nothing feels so good.
I remember an early Popcast when we were still using Skype. Somebody called in and wasn't really stringing sentences together. And in the Skype message, I said to everybody, I was like, is this guy R-worded? And then I realized that guy could also read the chat.
Oh, no!
I remember that.
Oh, no. Ouch.
Oops.
All right, number 5. One time I was talking with buddies in a different department, and their manager flipped his shit because the power went out, and he had to go to the front of the store to help out. That one's not all that interesting. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Probably really cool if you were there, but doesn't really translate. All right, number 4. On New Year's Day 2016, my buddies and I had to open the store at 6:30 a.m. Did that stop us from going out drinking until 2 a.m.?
Oof.
Now, I showed up on time at 6:33 a.m. There was a 5-minute grace period, but my friend Caleb was late. The opening store manager told the front-end manager to alert him when Caleb arrived, and when Caleb did, the store manager made a loud announcement over the PA system about alarm clocks being on sale. My other buddy, who went out with us the night before and it was his last day, just laughed real hard since we were still buzzed and hungover.
That's pretty funny.
Like, it's New Year's Day at 6:30 a.m. and you're going to be a dick about people being late?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, how about you not be a
calm down.
fuckhead? Come on.
No,
Yeah,
like
calm down.
I appreciate the bit over just being like a dickhead boss about it. I like the embarrassment over the intercom more than being read the riot act.
Yeah, just busting balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
It's fair. Very fair. All right, number 3. In 2015, I was an assistant department manager at the Menards in Jeffersonville, Indiana. It was a brand new store that I had helped open. In November of that year, my department manager went missing. He was really sick. He was really sick, and no one could get a hold of him. Last I heard, he was alive but got fired. So I had to work almost every day in the month of November, including 12-plus-hour days on Black Friday and shit. We were by far the most successful department sales-wise, even though I was the only manager and didn't have a full-timer, but that meant I was cleaning up fires every time my rolls of carpet wouldn't show up in time for someone's family event, like Christmas. Let me tell you, having to figure out where 1,000 square feet of carpet came from that a customer would like was a major pain in the ass, especially because most rolls cap out at 750 square feet, and the store doesn't keep a lot of overstock. As a side note, even though the store manager thought I was doing a great job, I got passed over for the department manager to a guy that everybody at the store grew to dislike, and the managers instantly regretted that decision.
And they got what was coming to them.
Fucking Craig, man.
You know, it's like they say, save big money at Menards.
It's like they say, we are capping this out at 750. I don't know where your extra 250 square feet are.
Wait,
Sheesh.
I don't understand. They need rolls of carpet for someone's family event? Like they're putting down new carpet.
Like for catering?
Like they're putting down new carpet before they have family Christmas.
Or maybe they put like party carpet over their good carpet, so people don't like just toss food on their actual carpet.
But I was also imagining.
I don't understand any of this.
I was
don't know
also.
what
That
any of
sounds
this
like a lot of work.
I was
But
imagining.
it sounds like rich people shit.
Like, I don't know what a Menards is. I don't know why you'd be buying rolls of carpet there. I don't know why you'd be calling to be like, where is my roll of carpet?
Menards is a store where you go buy anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Walmart. It's like a Midwest Walmart.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you want I don't know, a snowblower and like some ice cream?
Yeah.
Menards.
All right.
New spokesman.
That's not how I would have said it, but he's completely right. He's completely right.
All right, let's do number 2 here. Number 2, in the winter 2012 or 2013, while I was part-time, but there all the time.
Part-time, but there all the time.
Yep, part-time, but there all the time. A worker at the Menards in Rockford, a receiving team member, thought it would be a good idea to bring a bundle of ladders down through the back aisle of the store instead of the more common approach of driving them around outside to the dock door by the paint department. This ended poorly when he clipped an end cap full of cheap paint and knocked over almost 70 gallons of white and offline paint.
Oh, God.
70 gallons.
God.
It got all over the floor and was a fucking disaster to clean up. It ruined my pants, vest, shirt, and shoes. They lost their forklift license for a year. The way Menard's policy was that if you got into an accident and you passed a drug test, you'd lose your license for 1 year unless the store manager wanted you gone, but he was one of the better receiving team members at the time.
70 gallons of white and off-white paint.
That's so much paint.
Like, he says it was a disaster to clean up, and instantly my brain was like, you don't. You can't. It can't be cleaned up.
Like,
You just have
what
to
do you
leave
do
it.
with that?
Like, you gotta you gotta shut the store down.
Yeah.
Jose, don't say it because it might be on my list.
Okay, I'll wait.
All right, at number 1.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's on my list.
I think it might. I bet
70 gallons though. That's like one of those work fail videos you see where they pull the forklift and it knocks down all the shelves. Like, that's.
Here's the thing: like at a Menards, the floor is either concrete slab or white tile.
Right.
So just fucking leave it there.
Yeah, exactly. You get like a mop or like a squeegee type thing. You just kind of spread it till it's thin, and you're like, "Look, new floor." And then it gets hot in the summer, and it all sticks to your shoes. All right, number 1. My last day working for Menards, it was 2017, and I had gotten a promotion to move back to Northern Illinois to be in wall coverings, pet and grocery department manager in Elgin.
What? Wait, hold on. Wall coverings, pet, and grocery?
Yeah, sounds like Menards.
That's what you should have used to describe Menards to me. Like, it's broken down into different departments. For example, you got wall coverings, pet, and grocery department. Now that's all one department. Then you've got seasonal / deodorant / milk. That's another department.
Yeah, that's Menards.
I'm imagining a dog's muffled barks from behind wallpaper because the dog accidentally got wallpaper to a wall. The dog survives.
All right. So, this was a big mistake on my part because the store manager sucked. Major ass, and that place made my life miserable. After our instant profit sharing meeting, I put my 2 weeks notice in. I asked my dad for a job, and he said okay. It was day 10 of 14, and I had just come off my day off when I saw that part of the remodel that was being done in my department wasn't correct, fixed it with assistant store manager. I then got a call from the back office asking me to come back there and was told I was being released of my duties in good standing in case I ever needed a job. I could reapply to Menards. Now I was the closing manager for my department, and the rest of my staff for the night was new. The longest tenured team member had been there for a month. So as I was getting walked back to my department to tell them that I was leaving forever, I asked if anyone knew how to use the walkie-talkie and phone, and they said sure. I was then walked out to the front of the building and had to turn in my badge but not gun, thus ended my retail career. Nice. I gotta give it to you, J-Pop. This is not on my list. It probably should have been. When I gave my notice at Toys R Us, which is my retail experience, I was like, hey, I'm giving my 2-week notice. And they were like, okay, when's your last day? And I was like, this day. And then I was quiet for about 30 seconds. And I go, or, I mean, it could be right now. Like, I'm fine if I just leave right now. And they were like, we don't care. And I was like, all right, it's right now. I quit right now. And that was it. That was the end of my retail career.
Wonderful.
So good for you for being like, does anybody know how to use the walkie-talkie? Who's going to close? Because I was like, fuck this whole place. Goodbye.
Yeah, I just left the job, and I didn't check on shit when I left.
Yeah.
I just bailed on every meeting for the last week. I was like, nah.
Does anyone know how to use the walkie-talkie? Because if you don't, push the button like every other walkie-talkie in the world.
Does anyone know how to use the walkie-talkie? Hang on, let me show you. Just farts in the walkie-talkie.
Over.
Like, I'm out.
Big 10-4.
That's just like a test question. Like, if you raise your hand and you're like, I actually don't know how to use the walkie-talkie, it's like, okay, well, hand it over and get the fuck out of here, because you can't live.
Yeah, they told me I had to pick one guy to come with me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I have a question. Would you rather eat a dick sitting on a cake or eat a cake sitting on a dick?
Nice.
So what do you got, Knives?
All right, shout out to in middle school where I was the lookout as my friends stole Game Gear games from JCPenney, and then they literally left me holding the bag, and I was so nervous. I thought I was gonna get mall arrested. But yeah, it was just they had a scam where it was, you know, like a video game counter with the glass kind of cases, and they would distract the person working behind the counter, and then another one would reach behind and just grab a handful of games.
Doing
Jesus,
some real
so
hood rat shit.
Real hood rat shit.
So brazen.
Shout out to
Who
that.
the fuck was that?
It was Chung.
That biting motherfucker.
Shout out to Chung. My dad didn't like him either.
You don't say.
Weird.
All right, so my number 6, I've told this story on the show before, and I believe I used it as a Popcast classic, but it was the time I got fired from that gas station.
Yeah.
You know, I never actually got a write-up, and then just one day I worked my full shift. Oh, and I had also reorganized the entire cooler. Like, it was a mess, and I fucking got that shit spick and span. I don't know if I knew or what, but I was just motivated that night to reorganize the cooler. And then the manager gets there that morning, and she just had this manila folder filled with write-ups, and it was like, boom, 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 like 3 or 4 write-ups of times that my register was off. And she's like, all right, you're gone. I was like, all right, thanks for nothing, and fucking walked out of there and never went back to that gas station again. It was fantastic. That was the same gas station where the assistant manager was supposed to come in and relieve me at, I think, 8 in the morning, and he just was always late, and sometimes late by hours. And the store manager would be there. Cool. The store manager would be there, but in the office. But I've worked an overnight shift, and I'm waiting for this guy to come to relieve me, and he's not here yet. And I knocked on the manager's door one time and was like, hey, the assistant manager isn't here yet. And she's like, you can't leave. Just through the door. Wouldn't even open the door. Fuck her. And then she tried to friend me on Facebook at one point.
Oh, that's
Are you fucking joking me? Number 5, I got 2 words.
Ooh, I recognize this name. Friend.
Yeah, for real. Number 5, I got 2 words for you. Floor avocado. So we're in an Aldi. We're shopping at Aldi. For those that don't know, Aldi's like a discount grocery store. It's a little smaller. You have to pay a quarter for your grocery cart. You know, they don't give you bags, but a lot of good deals. And we're shopping through the produce section. I see this little jit, this little probably 3, 4, 5-year-old Hispanic kid. And he's doing a little dance in the produce aisle. And he's like shaking his legs, shaking his shorts. And all of a sudden, I see this thing drop out of his shorts and splat on the floor, and he fucking makes a break for it. And he starts pointing at it and going, "Mama caca, mama caca." And I swear to God,
no.
it was a fucking turd the size of a man's fist. I call it a floor avocado because it was the size of an avocado, and it was very similar in color as well. And the poor...
Oh, that's a kid with poor diet.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, God.
To be able to squeeze that out, clothed, standing, and let it fall out of your little shorties, that took some doing. Like, mad respect to that kid.
Probably not the first time that's happened.
Probably not.
Oh, I'm sure.
I will always remember it. I tried to use it for a Popcast Classic recently, but it's in that weird dead space of podcasts that got erased by TalkShoe. I think it was like the 2 podcasts before TalkShoe started working again. Number 4, when I got my car in high school, one of my favorite things to do, getting a car was so freeing. And it was like, man, I could go to McDonald's and get chicken nuggets whenever I fucking want. I can go to Toys R Us whenever the fuck I want. I can go to Target whenever I want. So I would pretty regularly just go have a race by myself. Go to Toys R Us, go to Target. I hit up Target this one time, and right towards the front of the store is their little cologne section. So I'm looking at the cologne section. I find this designer imposter cologne, and I'm like, oh, this looks nice. I think I'll get this. I pick it up, and I walk towards the back of the store where like the clothes and stuff are, and I'm looking through the clothes. And as I'm looking, I'm like, you know what? I don't really want this cologne. So as I'm walking through the clothes section, without breaking stride, I set the cologne down. Like real slick shit. I make my way around the whole store to the toy section. I'm looking through the toys. I see these fucking creeps kind of lingering around, like adult men lingering. I don't know what's going on. Usually it's kids or fucking nerds in the toy section. I don't pay too much attention to it. And I realize that there's nothing there for me on that day, so I start heading towards the exit. And as I'm about to go through the sliding glass doors, I see one guy in front of me trying to stop me, plain clothes, and then 2 more security guards come up like fucking velociraptors from the sides. They grab me and they drag me into the security office. They're like, "We saw you steal that cologne." I'm like, no, you did not. I did not steal anything. They made me empty my pockets. They're like, "What do you mean? You stole that cologne. We saw you pick it up, and then you tried to walk out with it." I'm like, "No, I set it on a shelf in the clothing department. Go look." And they sent one of the guys out to the clothing department while I sat there with all my shit out of my pockets, my little Cartman keychain, and we're just waiting there. And I'm fucking probably bright red. And then the one guy comes back and he's like, yeah, he was telling the truth. And they're like, "All right, well, you can go." Oh, I was so pissed. Fucking told my parents about it, and we got a apology letter from Target and a gift card. It was pretty sweet. That was the only time I've ever, quote unquote, been arrested. So that stuck with me for a while.
Pretty ballsy move, laying your hands on a child
Well,
over a bottle of cologne.
Well, I mean, I was driving at the time, so I was.
Well, even
I was still a minor.
The exact age they're looking for to hassle.
Yeah, I was.
Like,
I was still a minor, but I was also a thick boy back then.
Yeah, that was back in the. That was a different time. I don't think they're allowed to touch you anymore.
No.
Now if they see somebody, if they see you shoplifting, they just got to go, "No, don't," and
Right.
that's all they can do.
Right.
They just got to go, please stop, and you can be like, "Fuck you," and keep walking.
Or they just open fire. One of the two.
Yeah,
Well, no, that's
depends
the
on-
police.
depends
In
on who
Target,
you
they
are.
don't do that. But if the cops are outside, you're probably gonna die.
So my number 3, while I was going through college, I worked at a big and tall clothing store. Because employee discount. It was right down the street from our apartment at the time. One of the first days, I think it might have been my first day working there. I worked with a guy. Let's call him Angel. Fat Hispanic dude. Real weird body shape. One of those real types. And he's training me, and we're putting stuff on the shelves. And apropos of nothing, he's like, so you got a big dick? And I'm like, to be honest, I'm like, no, not really. And it kind of ends the conversation at that point. So I learned that Angel was he was a very horny guy. He was horny on Main before horny on Main was a thing. You know, and if it was just the two of us, it was guy talk. You know, it was mostly him, but you know, I'd let him sound off on me, even though he was kind of a manager and it was kind of sexual harassment. You know, I allowed it. One time we were working on a weekend, and this group of fat girls comes in, real fat, like the real jiggly arm fat types, that kind of fat. And
okay.
Angel was married, by the way. Let me preface that. So there were two girls and one guy,
real straight shooter, that Angel.
Oh yeah, and one of the girls immediately took a liking to Angel, and they struck up a conversation, and one thing led to another, and he gives her a tour of the back room while I'm left on the store on the shopping floor with the other chick, and the other chick's hitting on me and asks for my number and all that, and it seems like 20-25 minutes, and Angel and this other chick come out of the back room, and I don't know what they did back there, but if I was his wife, I would not have been pleased whatsoever.
Jesus Christ.
And then
but you went back there and it smelled like the ocean.
All I can imagine is that a third one stole a bunch of Game Gear games.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it was a diversion.
So we got them both distracted.
Yeah.
Out everything.
Well, see, I don't know if it was a ruse, because the chick that asked for my number then like called me a dozen times in one day. So I don't think it was just a diversion. Yeah, I didn't want any part of that. And then the end to this whole story is towards the end of my tenure at that store. A new girl started working there. Wore flip-flops all the time, smelled like feet.
Ew.
And
wear flip-flops to work.
Yeah. And apparently one day when she was working with Angel, he sexually harassed her and Angel got fired.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Who'd the thunk it?
Yeah. I wonder if he asked her if she had a big dick.
I bet.
I wonder what the next question was in that line of questioning. If he was going to be like, "Oh, you got a big dick, man. Fucking let's fucking bro down. Let's get some sliz. Let's tag team them. I can tell
He was
them all."
probably hoping you would ask him if he did.
Right. Oh, this was the same guy who, when a bunch of my friends came to the store, Jose, were you there that one time? We were talking about favorite movies. And we were all going around the room what our favorite movie is. And he said his favorite movie was the one starring Jet Li.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that, and that was fucking wild.
Some real drumline shit right there. Okay, my number two. I'm finishing up. My number two goes back to J-Pop's list a little bit. We've told the stories about how Jose and I used to work at Lowe's together. We used to take our lunch break, go get some Wendy's, and then sit in bathroom stalls next to each other back at the Lowe's and take naps and drop doo-doos. It was a fun time working at Lowe's.
Dropping them after eating at that Wendy's.
Yep. Jose worked in home decor, and I worked in the paint department. And I was pretty good at it. I was pretty good at my job. You know, a lot of mixing paint, a lot of getting stuff off of shelves, and every so often you'd get lazy, and instead of grabbing the ladder to get something off of a top shelf, just use a 5-gallon bucket of paint. Just hop on that and get the thing you need and hop back down. One Saturday, I guess I didn't realize that someone had returned a 5-gallon of paint because the top was broken. I went to use it as a step stool, put my foot right through the top of the 5-gallon of paint, spilled it, and then tracked painty footprints all through the store.
I fucking came around the corner and I see footprint. I'm like, what the fuck?
God.
Where is this going? And I look up, and this poor guy is at the paint department, busy as fuck. There's a line. He's fucking, trying to figure out whatever this mix is.
Yeah.
And his fucking whole foot is just covered in paint.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's fucking wild.
It was pretty bad. Now, this was only one 5-gallon bucket. It was not 70 gallons. So, but that being said, one 5-gallon, that's a lot of paint to clean up. So I can only imagine.
You can cover a lot of ground, quite literally, with 5 gallons, much less 70.
And then my last story is more a shout out to my favorite retail experience. My most memorable retail experiences were always Toys R Us. Mahoney, you worked at Toys R Us. I tried to get a job at Toys R Us for forever, and they would never take me. But I just
you probably didn't answer the quiz they gave you, right? Where they would say, "Have you ever lied? Yes or no?"
Right.
And it was like, the fuck am I supposed to? Obviously, yes.
Yeah,
that was. You don't. I feel like I'm not supposed to say yes, but like, what kind of psychopath is like, no, never? And I was like, what is this mind fuck?
I probably made that very mistake, but in retrospect, maybe it was a good idea I didn't get a job at Toys R Us. I don't know.
Yeah, I won.
I loved rolling into a Toys R Us with Jose, who, as soon as those sliding glass doors would open, he would say the most foul, awful words. Like,
it's the carrying over of a story that started in the car,
Yeah.
and it just happened to be every time. By the time we got to the door, and I've been telling this story,
and
it's
then
the worst part.
Yeah, and then we
there's
walk
like
into the
fucking
Toys R Us.
around.
Yeah, we walk into the Toys R Us, and he's like, and then I fucked her right in the ass.
Oh God!
And then I asked, "You got a big dick?" But one specific instance of a great Toys R Us visit was when we drove up to Indiana before C2E2. We went to Kerouac's Toys R Us. It was me and Jose and Daisy and Scott, and Kerouac was working at the time. And we found the tag team belts at that Toys R Us. Fucking bought them, and then we were tag team champions for forever. It was a good time. And that's all.
I believe still are the
yeah.
tag team champions, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think you're undefeated.
That's all. I think you can still find that on the YouTube, that flip video from that trip of us going to the Toys R Us.
Oh my God! Remember Flip?
Remember Flip videos?
Holy shit!
Remember when we pioneered vlogs?
Right?
Yeah.
Remember that time I asked you when I was in college if I could show some of the videos to my nonfiction writing class?
Yeah.
Because it was like, look. And I had to explain people what a vlog was. And I was like, look what these guys are doing. And everyone really enjoyed it.
I mean, we're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are great.
What can I tell you?
I am not sure. I do believe Tito and I took the tag team champion crown in one of the Popple's Choice Awards, and it might have been the last Popple's Choice Awards, and I'm not sure anybody ever took it away from us.
It's
so.
true.
You and Tito, are you and Tito staring at a belt right now?
Yeah,
Well,
we have belts. You sent us belts.
No, you
What
got
belt?
the
What
little teeny tiny belts, remember?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Are those not belts?
Okay, let me plop out my teeny tiny belt. All I'm saying is I'm looking at a tag team champ belt.
I'm sure I have mine around here somewhere.
Doesn't even have his tag team belt on hand. I swear to God. No respect for the game. Those are awesome fucking stories. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Ridiculous.
Shout out to Angel.
Shout out to Angel and his probably big dick.
Yeah, his name was
Shout
not
out to-
changed for this story.
Shout out to Angel, inmate number 4731, or the Florida State Corrections
Yeah.
Facility. All right, back to the Discord. You got Vetter. Vetter writes in. He says, number 6. Believe I've shared this before. While vacationing in Korea when I was 9, I walked into a toy store with $5 and walked out with Grimlock and another Transformer, back when the US dollar really meant something. Number 5,
Nice.
while working the drive-thru at KFC, we had a customer come through and decided we were all morons. She ordered very specifically and condescending. Oh shit, was this my mom? When we repeated the order back to her, she kept interrupting after each line item and repeating it to us. 1 leg. I want 1 leg. 1 coleslaw. I want 1 order of coleslaw. This might have been my mother. 1 macaroni and cheese. Just 1 macaroni. My manager was a bit peeved at this point and took 1 macaroni noodle, rinsed the cheese off, and put it in the container. It must have been exactly what she wanted because we didn't hear from her. No, definitely wasn't my mother then, because she would have set that motherfucker on fire. Number 4, during college, I worked for a research company that did surveys over the phone. Doesn't sound like retail. Okay, we would sometimes take a pen and tap on our microphones and drag it across it to make weird noises. The customer would ask us if we heard something. We would simply say no. They would switch phones and we would stop. If they tried the other phone again, we would start it back up, denying that we heard anything. It helped us pass the time.
That's
pretty
fucked up.
good. That's pretty good. I like that. Number 3, back in 2007, I think, I was working 3rd shift. We drove into Dayton around 7 o'clock and took our chances at getting a Nintendo Wii the day it launched. We drove by the mall, Best Buy, Walmart, and Target, and all headlines of around 100 people. We found a Circuit City that had 5 people in line. I jumped in and got mine. The manager came out and loudly stated that he had 11 Wii units in the store and gave it to the first 11 people a voucher for it. By the time they were close to 100 people in line and not a single person left, he stressed they would not be getting one, but for whatever reason they refused to leave. I really don't get it. They were not like that lady behind me getting the DS. They were like, maybe the 87 people in front of me are here for something else. Number 2, working at the same KFC one afternoon when a massive thunderstorm rolled into town. Our block lost power, and before we could close the doors, a huge crowd of people swarmed in. We had no electricity and obviously no means to make anything. We sold what we had, but people were losing their minds that we weren't able to make anything else, and they stood there in the dark. I want a single macaroni in the dark, you fuckface. And number 1, I was about 13 years old, and at the BX, an Air Force Walmart. My friend and I were standing next to each other, reading comics and magazines. I stepped away for about 10 feet or so and started reading a different magazine. My buddy didn't notice and proceeded to twist his rear in my direction and ripped a huge fart. A little girl, probably 9, stepped right next to him where he did that. They both kind of looked at each other with the same shocked expression, and he burst out laughing. That's fucked up. You're number 1 at the time your friend ripped ass on a stranger better? That's fucked up.
I love it. It's great. I think my favorite story of all is when he's like, back in the day, I used to mentally abuse people who called into this phone center.
No.
Straight
that
up
just
torture.
makes sense.
Hey, you know what they say?
That you do.
If you love your job, you never work a day in your life.
No, that's just what you do. I completely understand that. 100%. Oh, that's great. All right, so what you got, Kelly?
All right. Number 6, got the haunted Kmart that we went to over Toy Fair weekend.
the haunted Kmart.
Nice.
Kmart that got hotter as you went further down because, of course, most of it was underground. Everyone was looking at us as though we did not belong.
Mm-hmm. Which
like
we didn't.
Knew. It really just felt like we were in a time capsule full of ghosts and old products. Because everything looked about a year out of date, at least.
At least.
Yeah, just one of the strangest...
It was super fucking weird.
Just one of the strangest retail experiences of my life. And then weren't like all of their computers when they were ringing Jose up just insanely old?
Yeah, like black screen, green text. Yeah, like something out of a fucking 80s hacker novel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Following the White Rabbit.
Yeah. Number 5 is a Toys R Us story. One of the few times I actually went to Toys R Us as a kid. It was the opening release day of the Pokemon card set Fossil. I believe that's the second or third set. And it was madness. People were running, just trying to get these cards. My mom had me by the hand. We were running too because it was just a fucking riot about to break out at any minute.
And that's when I worked there. I worked at Toys R Us during Pokemon Card Madness, and it was lunacy. Like
Yeah.
it was insanity. Like there was one time where I had a box to like restock, and I just cut the top open and just slid it towards the crowd like a grenade. Like you just fucking deal with this. I'm not coming anywhere near you all.
At one point,
I've never wanted anything that bad. That's so fucking crazy.
yeah, no, we did not expect this was going to be like this insanity,
Insane.
and suddenly we were just in the center of Baghdad. And so at one point, so we're going to grab the cards, and at one point, my mom accidentally bumps into this guy, and he just turns and goes, "Oh, you've battered me!" And my mom just goes, "Fuck you!" And then we walked away.
What?
Did she really?
Yeah.
I love it.
Your mom's a savage.
That's where the savage comes from.
Yeah.
Get your
no,
mom on
100
the Discord.
Yeah, 100%. And then we went and bought our shit. Yeah, that was probably the craziest shopping experience I've ever been in with just rabid people. Number 4, when I was a kid, I used to go at the mall. There's a Suncoast, so I used to go and look at the Godzilla movies. And it's Suncoast, so everything's very expensive. It was more a case of you kind of just look at them. You never buy them because you're a child and you don't have much money.
Yeah.
And there's this guy next to me, and for whatever reason, they placed the Godzilla movies directly next to whatever their softcore porn section was. And the man next to me was wearing a helmet.
Okay.
And he's like, "You know about these? This is the good
no.
stuff." And at that point, my mom grabbed me and was
This
like,
is
"No,
Lord of
we're-"
the G-strings.
Yeah, my mom's like, "No, we're leaving." No, none of this. So every now and then, I just think about that guy just trying to show me porn. Oh, young Kelly.
He's like, "You got a big dick?"
Yeah, that might have been the next thing out of his mouth. Number 3 is a store I went to in Japan. Is this used toy store. And what you did was you went over, you grabbed a little notepad and a pencil. And then all of the stuff was in these little, like, clear plastic cubes. And it was like each cube was rented out by someone, and they would put their stuff in to sell. And so every item had
like a consignment shop or something.
Yeah. So if you saw something you wanted, you would write down the cube number and then write down the item number. And you take that up when you're all ready. You take it up to the counter. Then they go and grab everything for you and then ring you up. Like, it was just a super cool system. I liked that a lot. It was just like, hey, here's all these things I want. Please go get them for me. Got some cool stuff.
Very efficient.
Yeah, got some cool stuff there. It was a really nice kind of system. I like that. Then my number 2 was the time I almost shit my pants in Japan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Burger King popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
No, because he ate all those birds.
Yeah. No, I just had to poop, and I thought there was a bathroom in the used bookstore I was in, and I was mistaken. And I was like, well, I have all my stuff. I need to go buy my stuff. So I went and bought the stuff, and I still had to poop real bad. And I was like, all right, I'm going to be okay. I know there's a bathroom in the arcade next door. So get out of there, go down however many flights it was down from the used bookstore. Went next door to the Sega arcade. Go in there, go in the bathroom. There's no stalls. It's just urinals.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, no. But I was going to poop here. So I was like, all right, I know there's bathrooms on other floors.
Oh
So
my
I'm like,
God,
all right.
Kelly.
I could wait for the elevator, but the elevator is taking a while. So I climb up the stairs, go to the second floor, no bathroom. All right, go. Third floor, no bathroom. Fourth floor.
This is a harrowing story.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fourth floor, finally, bathroom with a stall. Fling open the door, sit down, and just
birds.
Yep. And that's how I almost shit my pants in Japan.
You know, I bet they would have been real cool about it.
Yeah. And as I was wandering around the used bookstore, I was typing into Google Translate, "Do you have a bathroom?"
About to shit pants. Please
Yeah.
no.
Google Translate's like, no, I'm a translating service. I don't understand.
I'm about to bring great dishonor upon my jeans.
Also, shout out to the shops in Japan where I would just rant. You just suddenly are in the porn section and you don't even realize it until you see boobs.
It's like Instagram.
There are a lot of like used bookstores and stuff where suddenly you just turn a corner and you're like, oh shit, there's boobs everywhere here.
Oh, used porn.
Yep. Look, they're big into
That's a
physical
real
media.
specific
They're
market.
big into physical media.
I mean,
That's odd.
Lee's a big proponent of woods porn, so I guess
What?
it's the same thing. That's
I'm
suspicious.
not a big proponent of woods porn.
I recall you being a strong supporter of porn left in the woods.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
50-50 on sisters. What company's putting out the best sister porn?
All right, and then my number one. My number one is from actually me being behind the counter.
Nice.
For a while,
This sounds
there's
so dirty.
there's this old man that would come in the shop. He always smelled like piss.
Mm-hmm.
Every time the old man would go look at our lead figures, because for a while that was hot sellers, like lead figures, like chess figures of like superheroes and stuff. He'd always want to see the girls. On this particular day, he was assuring me he had some of the boy figures back at home. I was like, all right, buddy, I don't care. Let's just wrap this up. You smell like piss. At which point, he picks out his things. He was going to go to the counter. The white paper bag he had been holding all this time rips open.
Oh, no.
Hot dogs fall all over the ground.
Oh, just nothing but glizzies, huh?
And he goes, oh no, my hot dogs.
Come on here, Ma. I struck glizzies.
So I'm bringing the lead figures up to the counter for him, and I go to my coworker. I was like, hey, Lorenzo, could you go give that guy a bag for his hot dogs? And he goes, which guy? I go, the man with the hot dogs on the floor.
Lorenzo's like, I'm sorry, hot dogs? I'm not familiar.
He's like, man,
do you
this
mean that guy with the
gay.
glizzies?
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
I don't know where this guy got a bunch of hot dogs. Buddy had them,
So-
and then they fell on the floor.
They were just
They
loose.
weren't in a pack. Yeah, they were just like loose.
They were
hot dogs?
individual.
I don't know where I thought that was going to go, but it wasn't that.
No, I think so. I've seen there's like blocks down from us, like 7-8 blocks down from us. There's a liquor store, and sometimes during the
Doesn't
summer,
explain
a
anything.
hot dog cart will park itself outside of there. So I'm thinking he just got a bunch of hot dogs to go, and then stuffed them in the bag, and then went shopping for his ladies. And then that's when the bag had. There was too many hot dogs in that bag.
Okay, were they in buns?
They were like in like white paper wrapping.
So they
Okay.
were like prepared to go.
Okay.
hot
Yeah.
dogs.
I prefer
That
to
means that
imagine this.
somewhere-
Yeah, I prefer to
Just
imagine it
naked hot
with
dogs?
loose
Yeah.
hot dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I
If it
saw it.
had been
Like,
loose hot dogs, that would have been our store cat's greatest day of her goddamn life.
I just pictured that
absolutely
it
what I
was a white
expected.
paper bag, and the loose hot dogs were just so wet over time they eventually like ripped the bag open.
Yeah. If that had
looks
been
like-
just
It
loose
just looks like
dogs.
that Olivia Munn gif
Yeah.
Just hot dogs raining down on his shoes.
Thinking back, he's lucky that Boo wasn't around because she would have taken one and ran away with it.
Yeah.
She's
Lucky I wasn't around.
She had grabbed like.
Well,
she
yeah,
was
no shit. Now that
notorious
you're saying
for
they were in a
grabbing
rap
donuts and running away with them. One day on Free Comic Book Day, while we were like preparing, one of our coworkers brought in donuts for everyone in the morning. And, I'm putting stuff away, getting things ready. And I go behind one area of the counter, and there's Boo just mowing down on a blueberry donut. And I go, hey.
Hell yeah.
Who had the blueberry donut? And my coworker Jose goes, oh, that was me. And I go, cool. It's not yours anymore. Boo's eating it. Wherever you hid it, she found it.
Boo's like, this is going to be a long day. I need to carb up.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a long history of trying to steal food. She almost got one of our friends' salad from Qdoba, but she played her cards a little too early and howled in victory before she jumped up to eat it. Like, we're all talking.
Aha, fuckers, got you.
He left the salad unattended, and all of a sudden we just hear, whoa! And we look over, and there she is jumping up. Because let me tell you something, this cat makes insane noises. Like, you pick her up, and she'll just go,
Oh my god.
yeah, I don't understand it. I don't
Why
know.
do you pick her up?
Because sometimes you need to. Like, if you need to
I'm
move
gonna
her.
go out on a limb and say she doesn't like it.
Look, sometimes customers come in, and they're afraid of her whiskers. And you need to remove the cat.
Specifically her whiskers?
Yes. Someone was, like, they were cowering in the corner, and their mom or whatever was like, hey, could you please remove the cat? He's afraid of her whiskers.
Okay.
Reading my thoughts. Trying to steal my donuts. Amazing.
Oh, and I just thought of another good behind the counter story real fast. So every now and then there's this weirdo that comes in the shop with a Minion doll, and he takes pictures of it and it, like, goes around places.
Okay.
And I said,
like he's done that more than once.
yeah, like he's got a whole like Facebook account for this Minion.
I bet the boomers love it.
Yeah. And I said to one of my coworkers, I was like, I bet he's got interesting political opinions. And at that point, he turns around and I see this big Confederate flag on his vest, and I was like, fucking called it.
We do racist. Oh my god. Our neighbor across the way put up 2 gigantic inflatable Minions for Christmas, so all bets are off.
Oh, I cannot wait to declass this neighborhood.
Where's your giant turkey?
Oh, he was out for Thanksgiving. Don't think it wasn't.
All right.
But he went out like the day before, so it wasn't like a whole thing.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, we're fucking busy, man. I'll tell you.
Oh man! So on the way home from picking up the cat at the vet, we had to go through the rich people neighborhood. They are going ham for Christmas this year.
Yep.
Nice.
I bet they are.
The lights are insane.
Nobody's gone on. Well, most people haven't gone on like trips or vacations or anything, so people just have cash.
Yeah, like they have. That neighborhood has to have like a lights guy, because a bunch of them all have trees like entirely wrapped in lights. Like there's one guy that knows how to do it, and everyone's been paying him to do it.
Right.
And it looked fucking awesome.
I drove by
Bless.
this house the other day. They had all kinds of Christmas trees done, and they were all going like strobing. And then in the front of the house, he had this tuned to a certain radio station. All the lights were going to the beat, and if you tuned to that station, the beat made sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just looking at it, and it's like just madness of strobes.
When you turned to the station, was it playing Get Low?
And then he had like a little a facade they built over the garage that looks like a Santa's workshop, and then screen projected like elves working building toys.
That is some real like A+ level white people dad shit.
Yeah, like they went at it.
Yeah.
Hey, don't leave
Looks like
out
a
the
wild guest. say these folks are Caucasian.
Well, don't leave out the upper class Hispanics. You know, they also love to spend some money on Jesus Christmas.
Christmas is on.
Yeah.
Really? Did not know that.
They vote for Trump and they love to spend money on Christmas lights.
All right.
Lights are cool.
May have misspoke. My apologies. All right, so into the Discord. You got Young Trav jumping in and getting his feet wet today. It's the first time in the top 6. Number 6, he says Black Fridays. All the B Fridays I worked from high school to college, the people who were the best friends then, but I hardly talk to now. Oh, positive Black Friday experiences.
Yeah.
What are the fucking chances?
And how nice was it not seeing Black Friday videos this year?
Right. Working Black Friday is great. I always thought. I loved it.
Really?
Yeah. Like, there's like too much to do. Like, you almost can't do anything. You're just kind of there, like, managing the chaos. You know what I
just
mean?
making sure it doesn't burn down.
Yeah.
And then before you know it,
you gotta
shift's
work the
over,
morning
and
shift.
peace.
Right. You work the morning shift, and then it hits like 2:00, and you're just like, good luck cleaning this shithole up. Bye.
And then the night shift, you got to close it down. You got to clean up the mess. You're already
Right.
out of shit, so now you got to deal with the people that came late, and they're bitching that you didn't have enough, and it's
Yeah.
your fault.
There's hot dogs and floor avocados everywhere.
It's fucking people throwing glizzies at you. It's wild.
Yeah. I always liked it.
Number 5, the one time a customer threatened to throw lemonade at me because I didn't make it the way they liked.
Yikes.
Oh, liquid glizzy.
Wait, how do you make a lemonade even? Like too much ice?
Probably. That's the only thing I can
crazy.
think of.
That's some real, like, don't be surprised if you get slapped after that move. Like,
Throwing a
if
lemonade
you're on the
at
other
somebody?
side of a retail and you do that and you're surprised you get slapped, that's on you.
It's like that
Oh, no,
lady
that's the
in
thing.
Nice's
No.
favorite video that like is yelling at that lady and then like reaches out to poke her and gets slapped and is like
Yeah.
appalled. It's like completely
Yeah.
surprised. It's like, what'd you think was gonna happen?
You only get to come so far into this bubble before now it's self-defense because I don't really know how crazy you are because you're at
Yeah.
least crazy enough to get this close over some dumb
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I go into fight or flight, defend. You
Yeah.
get slapped, you get slapped.
I'm in constant I wish a motherfucker would mode.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife tells me that's not healthy, but you know.
I was just gonna say, I was like, we might want to talk, maybe help you work through that.
It's hypervigilance is what I've learned to call it. That's what they call it. It's hypervigilance.
One step away from Batman.
Basically.
Just going around
number
telling
4,
people.
he says, anytime a manager sided with me over a Karen.
Nice.
Yep, that's
Number
good.
3, that is a good time. Number 3, the one time a customer thought I was calling her fat and went off on me because I was talking about the Cookie Monster as she walked by.
Nom, 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 nom.
You got some real confidence issues if you just hear someone talking about the Cookie Monster and you're like, you talking about me? Is that about me?
Cookie.
That's
later
wild.
found out she was bipolar and off her meds, literally, so she could get a bit of a pass on this one.
Been there.
Number 2, getting in trouble with my little sister for pressing the flash exposure button at the department store photography booth because she double dared me to press the button. Mom was heated. And then number 1, oh, this is a good one. Number 1, getting the things you circled in the catalogs at Christmas time. Those catalogs were a huge part of Christmas joy as a kid.
Fuck yeah. And Dinosaur Dracula has a new one from an old, I think it was a 1992 J.C. Penney catalog, and he's got all kinds of old scans from old, like, Sears Wish books and all that shit. Loved it. Just remember sitting on the toilet with my little feet dangling, just thumbing through the Sears Wish book.
Goddamn right. All right, what you got, Mahoney?
All right. Number 6, I lumped in all of my times at Toys R Us, like my like working at Toys R Us times. Okay. I enjoyed the seasonal time where like, so I worked there in high school. And then I worked there all through college, but in college I only worked on Saturdays. I would drive home, I would work Saturday nights at Toys R Us and make like $50 for my week and like, call it a week.
Nice.
And so I would come home and I would go to work on Saturday and I would meet these people who were seasonal workers, and I would come back the next Saturday and they wouldn't work there anymore because they were seasonal at Toys R Us. And that's just like how that was. And so then, like on the third year of doing that, I would drive home and I would meet these people who were seasonal and they would like be chatty. And I would be like, okay, listen though, like when I come back next week, you're not even going to be here. So like we're not going to be like pals. Like we're not going to be friends.
Damn.
So like, let's just get through this. Like I don't need to know anything about you because I'm never going to see you again. Like I'm only here the one day a week.
Man, ice water in his veins.
Fucking
right?
Cold-blooded.
So, but it was a good time. They always enjoyed it. They had fun. And I also enjoyed when it was those times because
in my head, you're 7. You're just number 7. You don't have a fucking name.
it was a very similar
next week,
conversation
7.
to that.
Yeah, your Saturday employee 6.
I don't know what I said exactly to one of them, but it was something along the lines of like, I'm not going to learn your name because I'm never going to see you again. Like, I don't need to know your name. I'm not going to remember your name. We're never going to see each other again. It's fine. Like, it's fine. You don't need a name tag. Get over it.
He
but
said
it was
that
cool
to-
when they were there because then the people who weren't seasonal, who I'd worked with for years, like we'd have them do all the stuff and we'd just kind of hang out and like catch up. So those were the best times. And I worked there with Kerouac, and like 2 people who were in my wedding were coworkers at Toys R Us. And Lisa worked at Toys R Us. Like I worked with a lot of people at Toys R Us.
That sounds like a
good
blast.
time. Yeah, it was fun. And like retail is this really weird situation where like you're 17 and you've got all these friends who are like 17 working there, and then you also have friends who are like 48 who also work at Toys R Us. And you're just like, come on over, like come hang out.
Ask you how big your dick
really
is.
Strange. Yeah, it's a strange dynamic. All right, number 5 for me is back in the day before the internet. Okay, before the internet, when you could go online and buy any comic you wanted at the drop of a hat any moment, right? When you would find a new comic shop that you had never been to before and have a complete new set of back issues to go look through.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Magic. Like, there's nothing, like, because you've been to the 1 or 2 or maybe 3 if you're lucky shops around you, and you know every back issue they have. And, like, it's not the ones you need. And then you find some random comic shop somewhere.
Like you're on vacation or something, and it's even better. Like, this is a completely new environment. Yeah.
Exactly. And you're like, holy shit, what issues of Wonder Man do you have? It's awesome. All right, number 4. One time when I was, I don't know, maybe like 7, I was at Toys R Us, and I found the Batman Returns Catwoman, and it was way up high, and I could not reach it, and I had to ask a stranger to help me get it down, and that's how you know that I really wanted it, because I had to be like, hey, you, person I don't know, get that Catwoman for me.
I'll make a trade with you.
Yeah. I'll get something
no.
low. Number 3, one time we were coming home from Maryland. We used to drive to Maryland. We still do, except for this year. We'd go to Maryland every year in the summer. And we stopped at some mall. I have no idea where it was. Maybe in like Pennsylvania. I don't know. No idea. And we were getting lunch, but they had a KB. And of course, I'm going to go to KB. And they had so many Spider-Man figures that I didn't have, and it was a wonderful day. I spent like the rest of that car ride opening toys. It was great.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Because at KB, they were going to be like $5 at KB.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Or like 3 for $10 or something.
I think it was all 3 for $10, and it was ones I didn't have and couldn't find, and like they were all there. It was a time.
Yeah, you mentioned
like, we're coming back here every year.
You mentioned finding a new comic shop that you haven't done a once over in. Yeah, same thing with toy stores. It's like, ooh, I could go to a toy store in another state. They might have a whole different stock from my usual.
Yep, absolutely. So back in, let's say, 2013, 2014-ish, I was in this job at work where they had me doing something every quarter. So every 3 months, I would have like 3 days where I would be really busy, and then there would be nothing for me to do until those 3 days came back in 3 months. And I thought it was dumb, and it was dumb, but that's what they wanted me to do, and I was like, all right. And so I worked out of the office that was down the street from the mall, and so every day I would go to Target because I had nothing to do, so I'd be like, well, might as well go walk around Target for an hour, hour and a half, and kill some time. And I would go to Target every single day, and that's where I met my favorite Target cashier, Danielle.
Oh, Danielle.
She's great. She was the fastest cashier. Like, didn't matter how long her line was. Like, if you were going to check out at Target, you wanted to be in Danielle's line, and it cruised by every time. And she was great. And, like, I was literally there every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for an entire year. And she would be like, why are you here so much? And why are you constantly buying Paw Patrol toys? It was a good time.
Did you ever take a selfie with her?
No, never took a selfie with her. But I probably could have. She would have been all about it. She was older than us, but she was great. Favorite cashier. And then, like, I was there when she got, like, promoted to, like, the service desk, and then she got promoted to, like doing something on the sales floor. So, like, I got to, like, watch her career growth. I was like, this is wonderful. Good for you.
You're like, I did this.
Yeah. I think they used to have, like, surveys on the receipts, and I had nothing to do. I know I filled that survey out a bunch of times about how great she was, so. All right, and number one, some of you already know this. Some of you will have never heard this story, but I have this amazing experience with Sears. So, I got my house.
I don't think you've ever told this on the show.
I don't know that I've ever told it on the show. So I bought my house years and years. We've been here 8 years now. And I have a 2-car garage. And the garage doors, like the garage door openers were really shitty, and the little buttons didn't work, like they sucked. So I was like, I need new garage door openers. So I went to Home Depot and I was like, I don't really like any of these. I went to Lowe's and I was like, I don't really like any of these. And then I was literally out of ideas because where the fuck do you buy a garage door opener? So I looked online and they were like, Sears. You can get some at Sears and they're relatively cheap. And like, if you sign up for this rewards program, like we'll give you some cash back. And I was like, fuck it. Yeah, sure. Give me 2 garage door openers from Sears. Why not? So I bought 2 garage door openers from Sears. I want to say all in, I spent $300. And they gave me back like $100-something in like Sears money for buying the garage door openers. And I was like, okay, cool. And so the way it worked is it'd be like, you have $100 and you like, if you had like $10 worth of Sears dollars and you bought $10 worth of stuff, like you were covered, but you couldn't buy like, you had to buy it in weird increments. It was very strange. I don't even remember the exact details. But every time I would spend my free Sears money, they would give me more free Sears money. And then they would do these things where they would be like, if you click on our ad, if you go to our website and you click on our ad, we'll give you $2 to spend at Sears. And I'd be like, okay. And so I would go, because again, I had nothing to do at work during this time. I would go online in the morning. I would like make a cup of tea, like sit down at my desk at work, go to Sears, click on their ad, get $2, click over into the socket section and buy these really nice deep sockets for like $2.08 and be like, ship it to the store for free, thanks, and I'll come pick it up in 4 days when it arrives. And then Lisa would be like, why do I have an 8-cent credit card bill for Sears, like an 8-cent charge at Sears? And I'd be like, I got this socket for 8 cents. Like, isn't this great? I like over the span of a summer, I built out like this massive. Like, I have literally every size socket in all shapes and sizes, like the deep ones, the standard ones, all of them. The whole thing ran me like $1.60 in like 8 cents at a time, and like I won some contest at some point and got like another $100. I was getting Sears money, like I've never seen anything like it. I wish I had kept track of how much money they gave me, because it has to have been more money than I spent on the garage door openers. And like they're basically out of business. That whole rewards program has been like shut down. None of it works the same way. Like, I literally think I was a case study in their corporate office of like, what the fuck is happening? Like, who allowed this person to spend $300 and then gave them $700 worth of shit? Like, what were you thinking? And so I have my garage door openers, which are wonderful. I have a set of tools in my toolbox. I have a set of tools on my workbench. I have a set of tools in my garage. I have a set of tools in my car. I have a set of tools in my shed. And I got almost all of them from Sears for free, just for driving down to pick them up with my free Sears money.
The gift that keeps on giving.
All right,
it was amazing.
R.I.P.
It was
Sears.
absolutely amazing. It got to the point where they'd be like, "Here's $10," and I'd be like, well, "What the fuck am I gonna spend this on? Like, I don't need another hammer. Like, what am I gonna spend this $10 on?"
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. That's great.
Classic Mahoney.
Oh, so good. So great. All right, we got next in the Discord, Kelly.
All right, let me look. But before I do that,
Fucking Sears.
Mahoney,
Yeah.
check our Facebook message.
Oh, hang on. I closed it.
I sent something I think you'll like.
I hope to God it's a picture of Sears.
It's not.
They closed all the Sears by me, and I'm very sad about it.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
You did it.
Mandalorian Fortnite.
Confirmed.
So is the Razor Crest his glider, and he's surfing on it?
Probably.
That's fucking
that's my
insane.
biggest complaint is they had that fucking badass Ghost Rider motorcycle, but you surf on it.
Yeah, that was really weird.
It was pretty cool seeing John Wick surf on a Ghost Rider motorcycle, though.
I bet.
Not gonna lie.
The only thing I'll say, it's kind of stupid that they have him surf on the motorcycle, for sure. Like, no question. But it's kind of rad to just stand on the top of your motorcycle and ride it down that way.
It is.
What robot you playing with, Lee?
Power Match Optimus Prime.
All right, so I believe next in the Discord we have Sheila.
Yes.
She says retail experiences. Playing hide and go seek at the mall as a tween probably annoyed someone.
Probably.
Had a customer take off all their bloody bandages and fling them on the shelves.
Oh.
God.
Oh,
That's
God.
horrible.
That's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. That almost happened to me. I was at Target once looking at toys, and all of a sudden I felt my nose start to run, so I grabbed a Kleenex, and it's just blood. And then blood just starts pissing out of my nose. And so I'm
Did you call the ambulance?
No, I ran to the bathroom and just sat in there, and it just kept bleeding. And I'm like, well, fuck, what do I do? So eventually it stopped, and it was to the point where it was so much blood because I was just, soaking it up, tossing the thing in the toilet, soak it up, toss it in the toilet, soak it up, toss it in the toilet. I flushed it, and the water still came back red after flushing it.
Oh,
no.
Ripping and tearing, ripping and tearing,
Ripping
ripping and
and
tearing.
tearing, ripping and tearing.
I've had those. Not at Target, but I've totally had those nosebleeds.
Yeah,
It's
no,
fucking
that was
horrible.
the first time I'd ever had one of those in public. That was a bad time. Back to the list. Had someone who worked at the front of the store at CVS get fired because she decided to lock the front door so she could take a nap when we were open.
Yes. Yes.
Dumping your cart full of purchases onto the pharmacy counter. That's not annoying at all.
Oh, that's a real shithead move right there.
Yep. And then the coupon people and the people who can't read sale signs right, so they back up the line insisting you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then she
Half
also...
the time they know they're wrong, they just want you to cave.
Oh, yeah.
Did you not hear that story I told on the break?
Yeah. And she also tags her list with, oh, and having a regular customer telling me my hair looked like diarrhea because he thought he was being funny.
Wow.
Jesus!
I can... The audacity!
Also, get well soon, Sheila.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to read Kristen's one
Do
real
it.
fast, too.
Okay.
Kristen says, I'm short on time, and I'm sure this will run long, so here's just the one. I was in a Bath & Body Works and witnessed a sales lady matter-of-factly ask a bald teen if she had leukemia.
Oh my god!
Christ.
No, this is a choice. Where's the pearberry, bitch?
Oh.
Ma'am, this is the Bath & Body Works.
Oh my god. That's fucking tremendous. I love it. Alright, what's Cat got, Mahoney?
Alright, next we got Cat. The last time we were in a retail store was a Target on March 15th. We got there at 6 a.m. and there were already 8 people there waiting for the store to open at 7. By 6:50, there's more than 20 people and we're sizing people up. This was still early in the pandemic and stores were starting to become pretty picked over. A few minutes before they opened, an employee came out and told everyone that they had no toilet paper or paper towels, but would be getting a shipment in tomorrow. A few of the people waiting sighed and left. We eyed some of our likely competition. A friendly Asian girl with a cute bag, a large nerdy-looking guy. There was another couple there too. I was physically unable to run, so I whispered to Kat, when the doors open, go. Don't try to wait for me to catch up, just go. She nodded and the doors opened. I've never seen Kat not run so fast. Most of the people waiting turned left toward the grocery section, but Kat in the competition went straight back to the electronics desk. The Asian girl and her, neck and neck as they turned the corner. The fastest light speed walking ever. I get there shortly after and Kat is in the front of the line with 8 or so people behind her. The electronics employee comes out and explains they only had 2 Animal Crossing edition Switches. It was just Kat and the friendly Asian girl who got them. We grabbed a few last-minute supplies and left.
Nice.
I like how he builds the suspense in there. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what the
swerve.
fuck you're there for, Zero. I don't know why you're running through Target.
That's how you tell a goddamn story.
Yeah,
That was good.
That was
I
awesome.
like that.
Loved it. And then there's a picture in here of the Animal Crossing edition Switch.
Yeah, I thought about getting that Switch.
In
but then
spoiler
I was like,
tags.
I already have one.
You wouldn't have been able to get it, Cat,
Crazy to
without
think
Rain.
about. It's so crazy to think about, like, something like that happening at the same time the world starts to catch on fire. It's so fucking
Right?
weird. We had no idea. We just didn't know, you guys.
Juan, the next one message is from Juan, who says that he was not going to share his stories because they're all sad.
Checks out.
All right, well, thank you, Juan.
And keep things positive,
I
Juan.
could probably make a list of 6 of Juan's best retail stories.
We know one.
Just over the years. Number 1 is that time you told him you couldn't clean the doors, Juan.
And then there was the time that the other guy didn't clean the oven good enough.
Yes, the guy who left the chicken on the oven.
Disgusting.
You know.
It's 2 out of 6. I'm sure I got 4 more. Give me time.
All right, what you got, Jose?
All right. Shout out to the time me and my cousin locked the door to the gas station, grabbed it's the plastic cases that the 6-packs of 2 liters come in from, like, the shipment, and then you place them. Sometimes you see them like stacked up. We both had a broom and one of those as a shield, and we just fucking went at it up and down the aisle. We were knocking shit over, throwing bags of chips at each other, fucking taking blows. It was pretty fucking cool.
No, wait.
Also
Were you an employee here?
Yeah, we were both working. So we locked
Okay.
the door inside and went nuts.
I thought you were just like 2 dudes.
We took
there.
it over.
Yeah.
This is our store now. Locks the doors.
This is Sparta.
You're stuck in here with us. Shout out to the time we robbed the gas station when we all knew we were quitting, where we would stop the video camera from recording for a minute, and everyone grabbed a bag. Well, okay, so we'd stop it for a minute. You had a minute. We'd stop it. You had a minute to grab a garbage bag and get anything you fucking needed and get the fuck out the door. And then we hit record again. And then we waited like fucking 20 minutes. Hit stop. The next person would just fill his bag up, go out to the fucking car, hit record again. There's like 5 of us that did this shit.
Wow.
And shout out to the time we worked at Lowe's, and me and this other dude raced a forklift down the aisle.
My God.
It was safe. We had a spotter in the front and the back.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Those
That's
little
probably a stretch of the word.
Those little gates probably blocking the aisle off.
Well, they weren't forklifts. They were the cherry pickers.
Yeah.
They were the ones where
a scissor lift.
Yeah.
Not so much. It still had a pallet on the back, but it wasn't on the front. Like it didn't have like forks on the front. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was more like driving like a car that had a pallet on the back and it went up. It was more to like get shit from the boxes from the top.
Yeah, you can throw a person on there, but similar to a scissor lift, but smaller and can drive around easier.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't have like forks in the front that we could have took a whole aisle down. I mean, we still could have took a whole aisle down if we hit it right, but
you get 70 cans of paint.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off. I got 3 bad, and I got kind of 3 good. The time I fell asleep in the bathroom working at the gas station with the doors locked, and I came out to all the pumps beeping because everybody was wanting gas and people were banging on the door. Oh shit. So that was cool.
Somebody's writing an email.
Shout out to the time, or this isn't shout out. This is number bad 2. I worked at Lowe's, and Spanish grandpa, the grandma asked me something in Spanish, the question in Spanish, and I didn't understand because I don't speak Spanish. I knew a little bit, but then she asked me if I spoke Spanish in Spanish, which everyone knows. No, you habla. Everyone knows that.
Right.
And I answered no, and she fucking just assumed I was lying because I understood that, and just started cussing me out in Spanish and fucking walked off. I meant you no harm, Grandma. And then my number one, probably
no.
My worst shopping experience was the fucking San Diego. Got caught with my pants around my ankles. Had the fucking turtle set in my shopping cart and took a picture of it and
where the fuck is this going?
Told everybody I got them turtles.
Screenshot it.
And then guess what, y'all? I didn't get them turtles.
No.
But by the time I went to hit pay, that shit was taken out of my cart.
I mean, you got them eventually, but
that doesn't take away the scar.
No, that was some hashtag never forget shit.
Oh, by the way, it's December and we don't have our Toka and Razars yet.
Don't have the shredder yet either.
Yeah,
I think I just got charged by Target for my Flashpoint Batman.
Nice.
That should be shipping here pretty soon.
Nice.
Either that or somebody's got my card and bought something at Target. Now let's head over to some fun, cool stuff. When I worked at Foot Locker, Prince Nassim Hamed, pretty sure was his last name, but it was a very
Prince Nassim Hamed, that guy was a badass.
Yes, like he wore like leopard pants. He front flipped into the ring, showboated a lot, was very quick, but was fucking backed it up. Like he wasn't one of these showboaters that you see get caught or can't back it up. Like he fucking backed it up. So he comes in, and this pissed off so many people because I was a fucking awesome salesman on the floor working at Foot Locker, but because I was underage, I had to be part-time. I wasn't on commission. So everybody would be fucking stealing my sales I'd bring it up, or I'd do the legwork, and they'd come and be like, "Hey man, let me get that sound." I'm like, you motherfuckers. So he's looking around, and I'm showing him a jumpsuit, and he's like, "Let me get that." I was like, "Well, we're in the women's section," and he's like, "No, let me get that."
You're like, yeah,
I'm like,
and?
okay, cool, man. I fucking do it. So I saw him a couple women's jumpsuits, and he was ready to rock it. Dude's eyeballing me like, you motherfucker. Anytime I would have to go to the mall to buy anything as a kid, I fucking loved it because I knew I was going to the arcade, I was going to the video game store, I was hitting Chick-fil-A, I was doing the rounds at the food court and getting free samples everywhere.
Jose walking out with 12 toothpicks hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, like how Mahoney ran that Sears scam. I did that with food at the food court. Come back wearing a hat.
Can't hide that mustache,
If you did that,
though.
you'd still be eating the food from the food court.
And then the best, I didn't buy anything this time or got anything bought for me or my sister. We were both under 10, above 5, 3 years apart. And we were driving around in the Batmobile around Toys R Us and got yelled at by the employees because apparently they frown on kids jumping in the Batmobile and fucking racing down the aisles.
I'll tell you
Then
what.
why is it there in the first place?
I'll tell you what. The employees hop in those Batmobiles and race around. There was this kid. He was in my high school. He worked at Toys R Us with us. He was like tiny, like very small, very short, basically a child. He would get in those things and they would like Tokyo drift themselves around corners because he like weighed it was insane. Like the minute the door is locked, you'd be cleaning and it'd just be like he's whipping around. It's great.
Yeah, Jose, you and your sister were banned from Toys R Us by your mom for the longest time.
My mom told us both to fuck off when you guys aren't allowed at Toys R Us.
And then he got his own car and he's like, I'm gonna go to Toys R Us. I can do it on my own.
Yeah. And shout out to the time those two hood rats went to the Toys R Us on Sand Lake and OBT and stole their huge 20 by 20 foot X-Men the movie banner.
Oh fuck! I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it was hanging, and we kept driving by it. And we're like, that's gonna hang in our fucking apartment.
Yeah,
dude.
and then one night it was hanging just by one corner, and we're like, okay, tonight's the night. We got to do it, and fucking
yeah, because we're like, it was like a sign from God.
Yeah.
It's already half down.
Yeah. Made the plan. I pulled up my car on the side of the building. Jose jumped out, fucking ripped it down, ripped a fucking sprinkler out of the ground that it was tied to, shoved it in the back of my car. We drove it back to his house, unfurled it at his mom's apartment, and there was a goddamn frog inside of it.
Oh my god.
And then
it was great.
It eventually got screwed to the ceiling in our apartment. I don't know where it is now. It's probably long gone, right?
I mean, I don't have
it. Was just too big. It was so big. It was just a big X. It was just, the first X-Men movie.
It looked big from the car, but then you get it and you realize it's real big.
Real fucking big.
We're like, there's no fucking wall in this apartment that could even fit it.
Yeah.
And you just look up and you're like, there's our canvas.
Amazing.
That's fucking great.
Wild times. Uh-oh. What's this 0 point?
I thought you were talking about Zero, who's next in the Discord, not 0 Point, the new Fortnite.
Oh, either way. I mean,
update.
that's a good.
Is that the new Battle Pass 0 Point?
Sake wing?
Something like that.
I'm gonna have to wait until I can hear.
It's apparent. Yeah, I can't. They didn't put captions, so you can't listen to it. But yeah, the new season of Fortnite is 0 Point, and they've brought in the greatest bounty hunters across all realities.
Oh, that
and
sounds
one of them
awesome.
Is the Mandalorian.
So we might get that Dog the Bounty Hunter.
We might. Yeah,
we might. One of them is a cowboy, and it's a stack of pancakes.
Pancake cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, so none of these other guys are real then? They're just all
No, they're
made
just
up,
Fortnite characters.
except for Mando.
Yeah, but I mean, one is a stack of pancakes with a cowboy hat.
Well, I think we convinced Kelly to play Fortnite.
Nah.
Pancake
Kelly, squad
Cowboy.
up.
Pancake Cowboy. Pancake Cowboy. You and me, Kelly. Pancake Cowboy and Corn Cob Man. Let's go. All right. I'll read Zero's story.
All right.
Go for it.
Let's go. Zero's retail story, a.k.a. the story of John, a.k.a. sorry this is so long, but I think it's worth it. Like many teenagers, one of our primary hang spots was the mall. When I was 17, I was in a Suncoast video waiting to meet up with some friends and checking out their new Japanimation section. No,
He was wearing a helmet.
No one had cell phones back then, so I had no idea how long I'd be waiting. I had a back with medications in it, and after about 5 minutes, an employee said he needed to look through it. I was used to that sort of thing and let him, then continued browsing the store and waiting. 10 minutes later, he says he needs to check it again. I get more annoyed this time and ask him why. It's store policy. I give in and let him check it. He questions me about some open CDs I had in my backpack. I explain they were there the first time he checked the backpack, and they didn't even sell those CDs. He finishes, but shortly again, comes over to check my backpack for a third time. After that, I go wait in the doorway for my friends. Literally just standing there waiting, and he still comes over for a fourth time. Now I'm past annoyed and just angry. I refuse to let him check it, and he tells me if I don't let him, that I'd have to leave the mall. Not the store, the mall. And that he'll call security. I ask his name. Him. John. Zero. Who's your boss here, John? John says, I'm the store manager. Okay, John, this is straight up harassment at this point. I'd like an apology. He refused to apologize, so I promised him he'd regret it. Zero continues, but to be fair, the way Zero described himself in our top 6 school memory stories, yeah, I'd check his bag too.
Yeah, he's a total fucking hood rat,
Yeah,
for sure.
I
Like, but he's not that lucky he didn't pull a fucking bike chain out of that bag at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd
You check it once. You check it 4 times. You're just trying to get the guy to leave.
Yeah.
You know, like, so.
I'd check those gigantic Jenko jeans too while I'm at it.
Yeah.
My friends arrive and I
So
quickly
comfy.
catch them up on the shit that went down. John isn't even 5 feet away from our conversation and doesn't refute any of it. So my friends and I spend the next half hour standing outside Suncoast, warning everyone who goes into the store that John, the store manager, harasses handicapped people. John eventually calls mall security, and when the guard shows up, I explain to him what happened. The security guard goes and talks to John out of my hearing range, but I could see that the guard was visibly annoyed. He walks back over to me and apologized for John's behavior, saying something along the lines of, he was out of line. Security guard asks, as a favor to him, if we would stop standing in front of the store so that he didn't have to do paperwork. My friends and I agree, and very loudly, bye, John, we'll see you later. For the next year, every time we were at the mall, we stopped by Suncoast to say hi to John.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Extreme politeness style. Walking in the store, talking loudly, but not too loudly to get in trouble. Hi, John. How are you, John? How are your parents doing, John? Do you still live with them, John? Do you have a girlfriend, John? Is she happy in your relationship, John? Is being a store manager of a Suncoast video where you thought you'd be at this point in your life, John?
Oh, God.
One day, we went into the store and we were told that John had left and no longer worked there. But the story doesn't stop there. A few weeks later, I go to the Best Buy across the street and guess who was working there as loss protection? I walk in and instantly, oh, wow. Hi, John. I didn't know you were working here now. John? Is your manager here, John? The manager comes over and I explain how John harassed me. Over the next 2 weeks, my friends call and report John's behavior too. Then I never saw John again. Jesus!
He thought he was safe. He's like, God damn, I got out of the mall. These kids don't know where the Best Buy is.
Yep.
Nope, they do.
That's the long game, and I cannot really put into words how much I respect that story.
I'll tell you what. He absolutely regretted it. I bet he thought back many days. Oh, man. Why did I check that kid's backpack that many times?
Oh, that's fucking tremendous. I love it.
Zero.
I love it.
I hope we never get on your bad side.
Yeah, no shit. Hey, whatever game you want to play, I'm in.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know
Wheel of
before.
Fortune, Jeopardy,
Yeah.
Olympics, fucking
Imagine-
cooking. I don't give a fuck. I'm in.
Imagine his face when he's standing there in Best Buy at that little Best Buy security desk at the front of the store. And in walks Zero, who immediately starts hitting him with the Johns and is like, "Is your manager here?" And you're just like, "Fuck my whole life."
Oh, that's so
yeah.
good. Zero and I would have absolutely been friends in high school. Oh, so good. So good. All right. It's getting a little bit late. All right, fuck, Jose, you got your Discord up?
Oh no!
Fuck
Don't
yeah, dude.
don't.
Let's do this thing.
Let's go.
Aquariums, motherfuckers. My girlfriend.
This is Eric Magnus.
Whose is this?
This is Eric Magnus.
Yeah.
Hit us up in the Discord.
Well, if I'm reading it, who is it?
What?
This is the only one I read.
Jose, we got a bunch of new listeners.
Yeah, come on. You always have to intro them beforehand.
My fault.
It's all right.
All right. Number 6, aquariums. My girlfriend Yumiko took me to an aquarium in Enoshima, and we went to a gift shop. I saw her looking at a dolphin necklace, but she didn't buy it. I thought it was weird, so I bought it for her, and when I gave it to her, she was so happy. She started crying, saying Japanese guys wouldn't do that. She was crying so much that I had to tell her that these people are going to think I'm beating her, so she has to stop. And sure enough, an elderly woman pulled away from me, and she told her what she did. And the old woman said Japanese guys wouldn't do that. And the guy with her shook his head, saying, "Nope, sure wouldn't." The necklace was 300 yen, which was around $3.
Oh my god.
Man,
Blitzer.
Japan sounds like a real place to be. Like, imagine buying a $3 necklace and she's so happy she cries.
Shit's wild.
They're gonna have Nintendo Land.
Yeah, they got popcorn shrimp at their Burger King.
Oh fuck yeah.
That's wild. I don't know if I'd trust, but I mean, but overseas.
But
they
see,
do
it's
fast food
Japan.
different.
Yeah.
They do things different.
Right.
It's all different.
I'm not
Some
sure
of
I
the
would trust our Burger Kings to make popcorn shrimp.
I mean,
but
Yeah,
trust
okay.
theirs.
I would, yes, I would put it that way. I would not order popcorn shrimp from any Burger King in the United States.
I mean, you just gotta deep fry it. Like,
yeah,
it's popcorn shrimp, not fucking.
Yeah, but I don't trust
PJ.
seafood coming from a Burger King. I don't even want your fish sandwiches.
Hey, you get any fast food, you're risking diarrhea. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a better chance that if I'm going to Burger King, I'm getting a burger. If I want seafood, I go to a fast food seafood.
fuck
I'm not
yeah,
trusting
Long
Burger King.
Johns, some hush puppies, bro.
Are they still leaving around?
Yeah, there's a Long John's right over here in Eustis.
Holy shit. Word up. Number
Word
5.
up. Yeah.
Blitzer. Yumiko took me to a store called Blitzer in Shibuya, which sold American comics. She saw me looking at books and putting them back, and she asked why I didn't get them. I told her I'd get them next time after spending the weekend together. I was taking her back to the train station so I could go to work. I went back into my room because I forgot my ball cap. She said, "No, don't go back in there." I thought that was strange. So I go in, and in my bed was a stack of trades that I was looking at, and all I can think of was how she was hiding it. She was wearing a short skirt and hooker boots when we went, and I was all over her on the train ride back to my place. Later that year, she bought me a Nova and Havoc mini bust from there and snuck it into my room. Japanese women are sneaky as fuck. She was the best girlfriend I ever had.
I love that her reaction to a nice gift that she starts crying. His reaction from that nice gift is, "How'd you get that here?"
How'd you get in my room?
Yumiko, the one that got away.
Yeah.
Right.
Number
She sounds
4.
pretty rad.
Yeah. 4 floors remembers the 4 floors of horrors.
Of course we do.
I will never forget the 4 floors of horrors.
Remember the 5th of November and the 4 floors of horrors.
The reason it wasn't off limits was because it was part of a mall. Yep. A mall, so they couldn't stop military spouses from going to parts that wasn't a hookup spot.
Makes sense.
Number 3, Tower Records. My girl Hisano took me to Tower Records in Yokohama, and I remember going off by myself, and she was watching a video and started dancing, and I'm thinking, damn, she can dance. And I walk up to her, and she is watching the Single Ladies video and doing the dance moves step for step. Turns out she's part of a dance team, and when she wasn't with me, she was practicing and with them. And I said, "You got them kind of dance moves," and I didn't know. So I picked her up, ran out the store around the corner, and was making out with her, trying to get her naked, the most I could. Was blown before we went back to the store. I told her from now on she uses them dance moves on my balls.
Oh my god.
Put that
Number
in the
2.
intro.
The Gap. Rico?
Sure.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
I know a Rico. Rico took me to the Gap in Shibuya.
Yeah, Shibuya. He missed a U.
Okay. In Shebang, and one of the male workers kept following us around, asking if I want to try clothes and if he could be of assistance. So much so that Rico got pissed and asked what the problem was because she thought he was following me around because I'm black. He told her he was gay and wanted me to try on clothes because he wanted to see me with my shirt off. She was laughing after that, and she told me guys walk up to her all the time wanting to know what I look like naked.
Oh my god.
It's like, no, I'm not a racist. I'm just a pervert.
Like, I want to see the chocolate.
Yeah, let me see them chocolatey abs. Let's go.
Number 1, grocery store. Me and Yumiko was at a grocery store, and while in line, this young Japanese girl was staring at me and started smiling at me. And I asked Yumiko, why was this woman smiling at me? Like I was a bag of candy on Halloween. Yumiko looked at her and looked at me, and she said, well, maybe she'd never seen a black guy before, and you are so black. And the girl said something in Japanese, and Yumiko started laughing, and the mom slapped the girl upside the head. And then the girl said something else, and then her mom started laughing, and I asked what was going on. And Yumiko told me that she said I was so big and asked if I was a superhero because I was wearing a Superman shirt, and then she asked if I could fly. Yumiko told me to pick her up and swing her around. I said, you are insane, but her mom was cool with it, so I did it. Afterwards, she ran off like she was flying, waving at me. All I could think was, nobody's going to believe this shit. These are things I told you guys that's believable. Most of the things would make you say you're full of shit.
No, I guarantee I wouldn't say he's full of shit.
Yeah.
And then he says, I found a few photos from my time there. I can show you guys if you want.
That's a whole episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole episode. We need to just, if he's okay with it, we need to have an episode where we just do an Eric Magnus deep dive. We bring him on, we interview him, and we just get all the stories and reiterate
the life
some of
and
good
times
ones.
of Eric Magnus.
Yeah.
No, that'd be fucking fun.
Ooh, Eric Magnus dating game.
I'm in.
Man, like Yumiko though, she seems like she was the one.
Yeah.
What happened, man? What happened?
We'll find out in that special episode.
Yeah, no shit. We'll find out.
We need to find out if we can find. We need to find her and get her.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, there shouldn't be too many Yumikos in Japan, right?
Yeah,
no. It's like in The Mandalorian, where they're like, you need to go to this planet and look for so-and-so, and he was like, I got it. The whole fucking planet.
Come on, little Greg, let's go.
All right. That was great. That was a lot of fun. That was good. Went long, so we're going to skip the rest of the bullshit, probably.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we can skip comics.
But that was great. That was a lot of fun, you guys. For next week...
Yes.
Got a little something. What we got, Nice?
So, we did the Avengers draft. What was it? It was early October because it was when we did the site relaunch. So
it coincided with the NBA draft.
Right. Or it was supposed to. The NBA draft ended up getting postponed. It coincided with the SmackDown draft.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So we said we wanted to do more drafts in the future. So we came up with one. Next week, we're going to do a Christmas draft. So just like the Marvel one, we did Avengers. So we drafted a team of Avengers. So we're each going to draft a team of Christmas characters. And then they're going to fight to the death.
I love it so much.
So we'll do it the same way that we did the Avengers draft, where if you pick a character, you specify what era, what version. So if someone picks number 1 draft pick Santa Claus, you got to pick which version, and then I guess that takes Santa Claus off the board, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because
but I would say it leaves your father Christmas. It leaves your Papa Showed. It leaves your other character, but just Santa Claus is out.
Right.
What about Kris Kringle?
Kris Kringle's Santa Claus.
Kris Kringle.
No, Kris
What
Kringle's
about
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus that was killed and then Tim Allen became him?
Well, see, that was what I was kind of thinking about, but he becomes Santa Claus.
He's still Santa Claus.
But then again, that's
fucked up movie.
But then again, that's kind of the X-23 situation where Scott Calvin Santa Claus is different from the Santa Claus that fell off his fucking roof.
I mean, I think that's kind of fair.
All right, well, it's got to be a distinguishable, different Santa Claus.
Although, what we said before was you could have Captain America, and then you could have like Falcon, but you couldn't have like Falcon Captain America, right?
Right.
Wasn't that the rules before?
But
you could draft Scott Calvin, but he's just like ad exec Scott Calvin.
But yeah, like we did, you could draft Wolverine, but then someone couldn't draft Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Or Old Man Logan. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be fun. We're doing that next week. We've got plans for the rest of the month. We planned ahead for a fucking month, you guys. It's pretty exciting.
Meteor hits.
And who knows? Maybe we'll get some fucking twitching in there somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some twatching.
We gotta unlock Mando.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you he's what? Oh, goddamn. So he's part of the battle pass.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's gonna be like Wolverine was this time, where you're gonna have to wait and do challenges and unlock him. That would be my
Right,
guess.
to get the battle pass.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I
that
told
was
Mary
Gotcha, Jose.
I told Mary that there was a rumor that Mando was going to be in the new season of Fortnite, and she was like, well, fuck.
All right. So, we're doing that next week. You got a few weeks left to pick up your vintage PoP logo merchandise, vintage PoP designs at the store at merch.PanelsOnPages.com. I would say, pretty confidently, if you order them now, you'll probably get them for Christmas.
Yeah, I would be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah, I would say it'll. Chances are it'll
pretty
work
good
out.
about the turnaround over there. So
Oh, look at that. It's so weird that sale ended and they started a completely new sale right after it.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah,
Telling
sure.
you, don't pay full price. I know we get an extra buck or whatever, but don't pay full price. You're a sucker.
And it's good stuff for the price. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
They're solid shirts.
I had to get a new hoodie because I lost my first hoodie to my wife, and both of them are great.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, coming next week we're gonna do the Christmas draft. Welcome to the big batch of new listeners. Hope you guys are sticking around for the second week and come back, the rest of the weeks because we do a quality broadcast over here. And thanks everybody who wrote in for your top 6 retail experiences. Those were some fucking good stories. I enjoyed that. It was fun. So yeah,
some real bangers.
I believe it. So for Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.